Okay, now you can
Are
talk.
we jamming?
Yeah, we were doing a thing. I'm sorry. I'm still
Last
learning
time,
how
that
to
first
do this.
time it went well.
It did.
You did good
It
on the
went
first
smooth last week.
I
This
do-
week.
I do like how the intro pictures, you look genuinely happy to be there, and I look like, we started yet?
Yeah, that's genuinely the looks that we're giving each other most of the time.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm like, yeah, I'm happy to be here and be your friend, and you're looking at me like, do I know you?
I do look confused in mine or something like.
And it's funny because that's from the same picture. I didn't go to
Yeah.
two different pictures. That's from like one of our
So
first
we were
podcasts.
actually looking at each other
Oh
like
yes,
that. Yeah.
we were. Yeah, that's why I try to like. And we need to take new headshots of both of us for this shit.
Yeah, it'll work out.
It'll work
Is that
out.
from our?
It's not how it works, Tubby. We have to make things happen.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, we're on a new camera. We've got a new podcast camera.
Yeah,
I think
hope
it
we
looks
look good.
better. Yeah, I think it does. I think it looks better than the old ones.
And as you can see from our names, we are Toby and Davey.
Yeah, like
this is
always.
a drink and a joy.
Yep. So right there, right below us, you can see that you've got our Instagram handles.
Yeah.
We have an Instagram for the podcast too, but
But we don't do much on there. we're
not yet. I mean, we'll
Yeah.
get into it. We will do it. We'll get back into that shit at some point. But
I mean, this is
it's
enough.
so cool that we can hide stuff behind our logo.
Oh yeah. We can have it. That's pretty close. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty close to that chair. So
I dig that. I
Oh.
dig our setup that we've got going on now. I hope you guys are liking the new studio feel because we've updated it. And if you're just listening on a podcast app, we have a new studio. Same
Yeah, set it
studio,
up.
new setup.
I got this new hat. Dave brings me podcast hats.
I do every time that
It's really nice.
every time that my wife and I go to like thrift stores or
I bet she's sick of hearing about me.
oh dude. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's true with any like when you have two close relationships,
Oh,
there's
well, I
always
mean-
some animosity.
Always with the best friend and the significant other.
Yeah.
I'm sure Xena gets tired of hearing about me,
Yeah, so
but you don't talk about me.
I was gonna make the
I
joke.
knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
You
It's like,
got
you're-
it from
You're
my
not my
mouth.
friend.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, but it's,
I'm aware of how this works.
I do think that's a constant battle. It's like two loves in your life, and you're like, you gotta get along. You know?
Does Xena not like me? I feel like we get.
Yeah. Nah, dude.
She hates my guts. That's fine.
Just living in a house
But at
of
least
hate.
it's not like when you were dating Marissa, and
Oh,
she
did she
wouldn't let
really
us
hate
see
you?
each other. Do you not remember
Oh,
that when you guys
I do
moved in?
not remember
You don't
that.
remember that? You're like, dude, she doesn't want me hanging around you anymore.
What?
And I was like, I'm the bad influence.
I did not remember that.
Oh yeah, dude. When I think the last time I saw you until I brought you out to California was when I helped you move in to that apartment.
Yeah. What was it about you? Was it too weird because we were too close and she was jealous?
I think
or
so. I
something?
think it was something like because we were spending
we-
most of our time
and we'd play
writing
music and I wouldn't pay any attention to her. Or something, maybe.
Probably.
That makes sense.
Well, because like you ended up dating her because of proximity.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, where you
I
like
did not even have fun. Like my.
that's how it was with
memories-
me and Tiffany.
I have a lot of my. I just don't remember good times very well. Maybe I had to have something I liked about all these people, but I don't remember shit about you that I like. Any of the people I used to know.
Hell yeah. So if you're listening to this, get fucked.
Oh
'cause
yeah, that's terrible. They could be like, I thought we were friends.
I've been watching every episode hoping that you would
Yeah.
that you would wax romantic about our time together.
Oh man, but it's just
Nope.
my memory. I don't remember. I don't know. The bad memories stick with you more, is what it is. I think.
Yeah,
like,
they do leave scars.
Yeah, so like
Good memories
Hugs
don't leave shit.
scars. Stabs leave scars.
That's
so,
right.
You know,
Knives in the
you
back
don't
leave
remember
scars.
when your dad hugged you. Remember when he stabbed you.
Yeah. I'll never forget the day my father stabbed me for the first time.
my dad. Yeah. This is a recurring.
When was your
thing.
first father stabbing? Now that almost sounds bad. That almost
Oh, a
sounds like
father
he's stabbing you with his dick.
Oh, and we're monetized. That's all it takes. Within the first 10 minutes, we got it.
Dude, when we get to 1,000 subscribers,
We have to
I
actually pay
wonder.
attention.
I wonder what's going to happen because that's when we get our review. That's when they review all the content
And
on
then
our
we
channel.
get forever banned.
I don't know. I don't
Because
know
there's
what's
no
going to
one
happen.
watching it right now. And once they get to the point, oh man, they're gonna go through and be like, how have they survived? How have they gone on the radar? But
Well, it's because we didn't have 1,000 subscribers and they weren't
not worried about
obligated.
it.
They
It's
weren't-
only 200 people at most that'll be offended, right? So it's like, who cares? and I like to get fucked.
I
I would out if I didn't hang out with you, I'd probably have all the bad memories, right? Because I see you, you remind me of all the good things because you're still here.
Okay, so
You see what I'm saying?
So everything that we've been through together is more of a good memory.
I have only good memories, really, of you. So it's it's because
I don't know if I feel the same
because you're still around. That's funny because I don't know. That is kind of funny.
When you think of me,
But
you're
I'm
like,
still around.
Yeah, you're still around.
So but doesn't it make it different? Like when you don't see someone, you kind of just see the bad things.
Yeah, for sure. Like with some of our friends, I mostly just remember the not so great things about them.
Yeah.
When I still love all these people.
When if you saw them and hung out with them, you might be like, "That's why I loved you."
Yeah.
Like I remember. Yeah.
For sure.
So it's just a constant reminder. But I remind you of all the bad times. That's what goes through your head when we're hanging out.
No, that's
Why
not
am
what
I
goes
still
through my
with
head.
this piece of shit?
Yeah. See, I'm just not only am I a glutton for punishment, but also I have to stick things through until the end.
Oh,
Because it's you and I made a commitment to each other.
that's the only reason. I
And
actually
that's-
have fun doing. See, now we're switching it up. That's switching up. I actually have fun doing this. You're just finishing a commitment.
Yep. I'm running
makes
out my
sense.
contract.
Yeah. How many episodes did we sign for? 300.
Something like 4,000.
Okay.
Some shit. We're doing this for years.
Okay, 4,000 is good. Because I'm not sure if we'll ever hit it. So,
Oh, we'll get there.
I mean, how many years would that take?
Well, Joe's at how many?
But he does
He does 2 a week. 2 to 3 a week.
Yeah, it'll be more than that sometimes, right?
Yeah.
I feel like he'll do up to 4 a week sometimes. If he has
Sometimes,
guests
probably,
and
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I had the Phantom Power going and it shocked my lip, and I was like,
Ooh.
got to get rid of that.
My keyboard does that because it
Shocks your lips? Why are you
if
putting your
the-
lips on your keyboard, Toby?
if the paint is chipped away and the metal exposes, it'll shock you anywhere. So it's
On
like
the
you gotta be
plastic
really
keys?
careful. No, on the metal framing of it.
Okay.
So it's like if you can touch where the paint is, but where it's chipped
Because the
away,
paint is grounding it?
I guess it's stopping the connection.
Oh,
But when you directly touch the metal
This is-
under the paint, you get shocked.
Oh, that makes playing the piano a little exciting.
Oh,
Yeah. All right, I'm feeling it.
that's
Feeling
how.
some electricity.
Yeah, what's how Lil Richard did it, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh, that's why he's screaming all the time. Didn't he die recently?
He did. We talked
So
about it
sad.
on the podcast.
I'm sad. I guess not. Can't really even name that many songs.
Tutti Frutti.
Okay.
What else?
I looked up some shit on the day he died.
Well, yeah, because we
Is it
we talked
Sneakin'
about
Sally through the alley. Him?
it. No, it was something Sally. But no, Sneaking
Yeah,
Sally
there's
through the alley.
some Sally.
A Fish song.
Is it not? What song am I thinking of? Sweet Sally.
Probably something like
Sneakin'
that.
Sally.
No, it's Sneaking Sally through the alley is a Fish song.
It sounds like an old song.
You sound like an old song.
Yeah, I've been singing the same tune since I was born. Well, shit.
Well, today, boys and girls, we're going to be talking about, as you can tell by the title of this podcast, fucking Kanye decided to run for goddamn president.
Yeah.
I kind of thought it was coming at some point, but I didn't think
yeah.
it'd be this soon, nor have this much of an impact this fast. But we'll get to that. We're also going to be talking a little bit about Shane Dawson.
Just for a second.
Just for a second, because holy
We'll weigh
fuck.
you down.
And then we're also going to talk about the fact that they fucking got Ghislaine Maxwell. Either the Epstein's right-hand woman or Epstein was her right-hand man. It's still unclear about who was really the ringleader, but I'm kind of pushing for her.
We're here
I
to
think
have
she
fun.
was- yeah,
That's what we're doing today.
Yeah, Toby doesn't give a fuck about the reality of situations. Toby just wants
You
to
know
keep it
what?
light. Toby fights to
Yeah.
keep it light.
I really do. Like, I mean, what do you become at some point? Because I know I can carry things a little too far in my mind. If I let myself get carried away with that shit, I would be unbearable. You know, I would be like that. I would be. That was close.
Yeah, I don't want to. Oh, I am close. I'm close to knocking it off the edge.
But
There it
yeah,
is.
I like to. I think there was just some day I was like, you know what? I don't care. I want to try to be happy.
Oh, so you've just turned a new leaf in your life, where now Toby just wants to be a happy boy.
Trying to be happy, trying to be just working towards the things I want to be working on. I mean, I'm not that guy. I'm not a social warrior. I'm not a warrior of any type.
Are you talking about like as far as like being a person who would like go out to like the protests or?
I mean, even that, it's like, even stuff I believe in, I can't get myself to go in the chaos.
Such social anxiety around things like that, especially when there's a virus sweeping the world, and
it adds to it. And it could be, the protest could be to get me to not go to jail, and I wouldn't go.
Right.
It's like,
I support people doing whatever they have to do to feel like they're true Americans.
That's the sad thing, is that I really believe it needs to happen.
Right.
But I just don't have it in me to be an activist.
But that's not your place in
get
it.
That much into it.
You're an artist.
Like,
there's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference between someone who can fill that role and noticing that like, hey, that's not me.
Yeah,
I think that there's even like a courage in that, because it's hard to be the person to be like, because
that's
not
care
me
about like, a bunch of the shit.
Right.
And it does. It
because
takes a little bit.
It's not a thing of like, we totally understand that, like, cops need to stop killing particularly black people.
Oh, did you hear? I'd like to look that statement up. I think it was the governor of New York.
Yeah.
How he proposed a plan for defunding the police, but putting the money, not taking the money away, just putting it into. So he wants to create a team of social workers and people that have professionally studied mental health issues.
Right.
And he wants them to handle every nonviolent crime. So you'll only see a cop if violence is involved. So if it's like,
I'm down with
traffic stops, drug things, it's parades, or I mean, no, there still needs to be armed people at certain things, just because, for safety. But I do like the whole. I mean, even with domestic dispute, I think a cop should come with someone that's been trained.
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think cops should go. They're good cop, bad cop. One should be rough and tumble,
and the other one's there to just in case shit goes bad. But they're not the talking one. You keep your mouth shut until things go violent.
You have a negotiator. You have a person that's trained to talk to people.
Make them even worse and more like, just let him say "fuck you" to my face and I'm jumping on him.
Well, no, because that's a thing that's like. That's systematically an issue, is that you have these aggressive people. We need to hit that nail on the head. We need to nip that in the bud. Like, those people don't become cops anymore. Those people can't become cops anymore, because now it's becoming illegal to not now cops that don't report fellow officers overusing their power, if they don't report them, they also get fired. So if you let some shit go on,
you're liable for your
absolutely.
Your
you should be.
And stuff, yeah.
You fucking should be.
So they would have to be the only ones that would survive were in groups. If there was tightly knit groups, then you could seemingly get away with it. But but that would put a stop, or at least slow that down a lot. And I think there's just a general, maybe there just needs to be more rule. Like, I think it's weird that touching a police officer is assault and they're allowed to hurt you.
Right, for just touching them.
Yeah.
Because they're a person.
There's someone, again, I can't remember, Minnesota, I think, somewhere.
Minnesota.
It was like this woman touched the cop. She was getting in his face, which was fine. I mean, to a point, because she was saying something. She was saying he was fucking up, doing some shit that he shouldn't have been doing.
Well, he probably was.
Something like that. But she was belligerent. I don't really know the story. I hate to tell a story I don't know. But the only thing that made him, he slapped the shit out of her to the ground and tackled her and all that shit. And the defining factor was that her nose touched him, and that he was legally able to take physical force at that point on the books. When that wasn't necessary.
No, that's the thing.
Even though looking back, I do think it was something like she was fucking up. She was doing something, and she was belligerent. Or something, there was
I don't care
reason
really
for them to be there, but you know that you can't hurt someone with your nose.
Right.
It's not even her forehead.
Well, that and like, man, a big issue, like one of the biggest issues, if not the biggest issue, is unnecessary force.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, how do you not?
I think it's obvious that her touching her nose to him wasn't a true physical threat.
Ooh, I'm gonna fuck you up with my nose.
Because even this is like kind of a physical threat, but it's not harming them.
Right.
So I think there should be
But
a
even then, man,
definition between what if I did like that, grab their shoulder while I was talking to them? Legally, he could beat the shit out of me.
Or if you were just like, hey, pal.
That's assault on an officer, touching an officer. There has to be rules like that, I think, that need to change too, right? And be more defined about when it becomes assault. If it's a punch straight to the face, you shouldn't shoot him to death, but you should be able to tackle him.
Well, I mean, even then, man, like,
and at very least, handcuff him. If you can't handcuff him, try to maybe knock him out. I just think there also should be a bunch of things that you do before you get to shooting someone.
yeah, that's
right.
why they have fucking tasers. That's why they have
that's
billy
one.
clubs. They
Yeah,
have two.
those are things
They have
bef-
two non-lethal
weapons,
weapons
yeah,
on them
to use before the gun.
already.
Hey, that's true.
Hey, it is.
Hey,
Hey,
I
it's
didn't think
super
about
true.
that. Every time that someone got shot,
Tased.
and especially unarmed people, they could have been tased.
There's no
incapacitated.
reason. Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
even knocked out.
And
or
no, have
something,
you
like-
heard anybody say anything about like, hey, you guys have tasers and billy clubs?
That's funny. It's a funny misstep, or
Yeah.
like we're overlooking.
Yeah, that like they carry non-lethal
Yeah.
weapons. I
and
mean,
a lot of them carry mace too, right?
yeah. So 3
Pepper spray.
They carry 3 non-lethal
Yeah.
weapons all the time.
You don't think pepper spray and a tase and a good beating on the ass will get you done?
Flap in the back of the leg, man.
Yeah.
Like you crack somebody's the
And
back
by
of their
that
thigh.
point,
Yeah.
they better be threatening. They better be actively shooting at you, trying to kill you for
well,
you
like
use to
they're or
before
like
you use a weapon,
resisting
right?
arrest in like a super violent way. You know what I mean? So if like
Even if punch, I mean, they can't punch you to death.
no, I don't.
The
I don't- I
fear
don't-
is
yeah.
that they punch you and take your gun, and then you
I
kill.
guess.
That's what they say. I heard this cop talking about it. And he was like, they tell you not to shoot at the legs just because of civilian casualties. They tell you to shoot broad chest, broad back. And that's that guy that got killed in Atlanta that was running away that grabbed the cop's taser
Right.
and shot it. That's what the cop stated was that they're trained to do that.
Right, but did you know that the well, first of all, the taser was already discharged. The taser had already been discharged, and the cop knew that it had the cop that shot him was the one that discharged that taser.
Oh, and so he knew it couldn't get him.
He knew.
And so
He knew.
therefore,
He murdered
you knew
that guy.
you didn't have to take that extreme force.
Exactly. You
'Cause-
could have let
okay,
the
see,
other
that's
cop
fucked
with
up.
the other taser that was chasing
Yeah,
him
tase him.
tase him.
Tase him, grab him.
Right? He didn't have to die.
Yeah.
Like
And see that is
what?
now I see this. What I was gonna argue is that I still maybe have a step before that with like rubber bullets, something, maybe a step in between.
Well, if
the taser
every
and the gun.
but even then, like you're gonna if you even let it go that
'Cause
far,
in the
there's
scenario
gonna be
you
people
did
that
think
don't
he was
do
gonna
it.
tase you and take your gun. I mean, you should still be able to incapacitate him without killing him.
If if an officer's first 5 rounds are rubber bullets, maybe, but there's always going to be somebody who didn't count them right or who didn't do that.
Yeah, there'll be mistakes. But even then, it's like in the case that they were being actively shot at assault rifle and they need rounds,
Yeah.
I guess another gun.
Well, I
Have
mean,
the
they
gun with
always
the
carry an
live-
extra 2 clips.
Yeah.
They've always got an extra 2
But that's
clips.
a few seconds. I get the whole like maybe they need to have a live round ready just in case for those scenarios.
Right, but
But why not have another one for rubber bullets that'll incapacitate you or just something else?
I don't
They should have
know.
other non-lethal weapons, right?
Well, there's so many. There's so
Yeah.
many fucking non-lethal weapons
a
that
net.
yeah.
You can get a dog catcher net, just the long one.
Oh, you
Come
think
here,
it's like
Frankie.
actually like
Yeah.
or like the long poles with like the leash on the
Yeah.
end that get around your neck and like,
Oh,
it just leads you around. No,
oh, that's
what
like
I thought
the-
you meant was like
those
a-
are fucked up.
I thought you meant
The-
like
I know what you mean. The ones you tighten
Yeah.
up like that.
I thought you meant
Oh.
a net gun. Like
No, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Of course, but
or t-shirt cannons. You get a bunch of like your
Oh,
police
now we're just fucking
precincts
around.
t-shirts, put them in t-shirt cannons.
branding.
Yeah. Now
This is a new
now-
marketing.
All right, guys.
Okay,
hear
so
me out.
let's defund the police, and we'll be the marketing team for the new police.
Yes.
So sign us up. We got this. You're gonna have dog catching nets.
Well, see, I kind of like the idea of the t-shirt cannon because like if they're like calm down.
Here's a
And you're like,
t-shirt.
oh shit.
Oh, but okay. So now we're
You start
going to
firing
different
t-shirts at a
areas.
gang that's fighting. They're like, oh shit.
Free t-shirts? No, but they're police t-shirts. No one wants to. You can't rock a police
What if it's
t-shirt.
a badass logo?
You're gonna get killed for wearing it if you're in a gang.
Oh my god.
So you can't accept those
Okay,
T-shirts.
so what do we? Okay, so we think we definitely think that there needs to be a lot more of a focus on.
What would the new police be like?
Well, I mean, maybe we need to take their guns away. Police in England don't carry guns.
Oh, maybe take their guns away, and then for the ones where they know there's crazy assault rifles and shit, we step up, bring out FBI. Or somebody that's tactically trained and all that shit.
Well, no, they'll still have guns at like the precinct and the armory if they need
bring
them
in.
Right, because you've always got SWAT teams. Like you need that.
But see, it's a hard debate because it's like the system of the police is fucked up.
Right,
So
but we're
like,
talking about
just
beat
start it
cops.
over. We're
talking about beat cops. We're talking about cops that are
that's
patrolling
exactly
the streets.
what we're talking about. So that's what he's trying to do. I think in New York, he's trying to get basically gonna be social workers for anything nonviolent.
Right,
But even the violent ones.
You
don't need guns all the time.
Right. You got a little something in your mustache. Other side.
Blunt. Got a little piece of blunt in my stash. I don't know.
You got it. I think you got it. Look at me.
Looking through there. So you got it?
No, you. On your mustache. Do you not feel it? I don't want to touch your face. But
Is it weird?
It's in your mustache. It's like right there. It's like a black thing. Black thing in your mustache. A little further down towards you. Towards your cheek.
Is great.
Look at me. Don't look at that because you can't see it in that.
I can't see it.
Do you not? Okay. It's like right there.
that's not helpful.
Do you not see the
shit?
Look at me.
How is it
still in there? Well, I mean, okay, so maybe it's
a
just
piece of the butt.
I think
Did
so.
I get some weed in there?
I think so. I think that's what's going on. I like when we do these forced perspective things and you look tiny. So I'm like leaning forward closer to the camera.
Yeah. Got a little blunt in my stash.
That's good. New song around that one. Little blunt in my stash. I see with this one, with these microphones, we sound more like broadcasters.
Oh.
There's a little bit of blunt in my stash by Cushing.
That's just because you're talking like that.
It's not the microphone.
It's making you talk like that, yeah.
No, it's almost like a pilot. I just wanted to welcome you.
Oh yeah,
to
that's a good pilot.
Flight 937.
What was the 9/11 flight? This should be your go-to.
Welcome to United Flight 91.
This isn't gonna go good. I see a lot of turbulence.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna be
Am I
taking a
racist
detour.
Or should somebody do something?
Feeling a little unsafe right now. There's a man yelling
He's got a long
Akbar.
beard.
This is bad.
It's pretty.
Today,
over the line.
we're not comedians today, guys. Today we're just offensive.
That's the
name
like
of the
we
game,
take all
isn't it?
the bad parts out of comedy and just use those.
Yeah, it's like we've cherry picked all the awful things that no one sticks with, and we're like
that's our thing.
That's good. Yeah, we'll do that.
It's just because
Seems like fun.
Makes me uncomfortable a little bit, which is nice. Is
doesn't
that what
matter,
life's
though.
about?
Oh, can I get one of those? Maybe.
Is that what life's
Maybe.
about? You know.
I think life is about making what you can out of the situation you're in, because the only thing you can ever control is your reaction.
Sounds like you've said that a lot.
You can't control other people's actions, but you can control your reaction.
This is Davey's mirror. This is his morning in the mirror.
I'm a
with
fucking
affirmations,
therapist, you fucking asshole.
Mirror
I am a
affirmations.
therapist.
He writes it.
I
lipstick.
have a doctorate.
Oh.
I don't. I wish I did. I wish that
You
I
do
could
wish
pull.
you did?
Not like I don't wish that I had put in the work to be, to be a doctor.
You
I
want
just
an
want it.
honorary
Yes, I would. I would even just be Doctor Dave, Doctor
Just
Glad.
lie and put
Just
it in front
lie.
Of your name.
I'm just gonna lie. That's what I'm gonna do.
You know what? You can.
You can just lie, Toby. You're right.
You know, Flash wasn't technically a grandmaster, and
You're
Dre
right.
didn't have a
He's
doctorate.
not a doctor. Oh my God.
So I think you can, as long as you make music. I think you can add.
I mean, I do make
what if
music, but
what
I don't know if I
added
want that
You could
to
add
be.
like, lieutenant in front of your name if you wanted to.
Ooh, dude, have you ever seen the movie Bad Lieutenant with Harvey Keitel? It's fucked up. There's a point where he like pulls over these two girls and then like holds them in their car and then jacks off. He's like,
Oh.
being bad little girls.
What?
Bad little girls. Yeah, dude. It's one of those fucking like grubby ass movies, and it was like right after Reservoir Dogs came out.
Yeah.
So like it's Harvey Keitel. Like he's like middle-aged Harvey Keitel, and there are like points where he's like naked as fuck and you see his little wang. And he didn't fluff. He didn't fluff.
They were like, leave that alone. I
He
like
was-
it like
I
that.
bet he was like, I'm gonna leave it alone. I like it like this. I want
Is
them
he
to
the
see
one?
my sad little penis.
I think there's got to be something up with that if you like.
If you had to be nude on
someone was
cam,
talking
would
about
you
that
fluff?
the other day? Soft dick pics. No one's ever sent a fully flaccid after a workout dick pic. No one's ever done that in the
What about
history,
right after the pool?
unless they were really
pic.
weird.
Well, what if your girl's just like, I want to see you for you.
Like, get away from me.
I'm at
There's
least
something
gonna-
wrong with her.
I'm at least gonna smack it a couple times to.
That's what I'm saying. No one's ever sent the like it looking the worst it has. No one's ever sent that picture. And the people that like it or take those pictures are psychotic.
You think so? What about So fuck.
It's like being I don't know. It's like trying to sell yourself and purposely giving a bad headshot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So
It's like it's psychotic because it's like they're not even trying to sell their best self.
So like, what about
You know?
So have you ever gotten a nude from a girl that was intentionally goofy?
I would not put up with that. That seems weird.
So this never happened to you where a girl sent you like an intentionally funny nude?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, what about guys? Do they do that?
I'm sure it's happened before.
Oh yeah, what, like the dick around the thing like a watch?
There's
Or
that.
That's the Nick
or,
Schwartzen.
Or
That's
yeah,
what
you're
that's
like
called.
you're just
He
tricking
was
them
an
into
old
looking at your
school-
dick.
He was an old school, very inappropriate partier, is what I've heard. He was totally the dick over the wristwatch thing.
Does he have a big dick, or did he just like showing it off, or?
I mean, I guess there was something like that. Like, of course, in his head, but he was just really inappropriate with people.
So, it's weird. There's
But
a
he's
there's a
off
fine
drugs now.
line.
He's like a good.
There's a
dude.
fine line between there's two kinds of cocky people. There's cocky people that have a big dick and know it, and then there's cocky people that are overcompensating for the fact that
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't have a big dick. Now, how can you tell which one is which?
Unless they whip their dick out, is that what you're saying? Why
Yes,
do you want to
without,
see these
I
people's
don't
dicks?
want to look at dicks. I'm trying to find a way around it to where I don't have to look at dicks, but I can tell who's actually who's being overconfident
Or you
because they
just-
have a big dick. Because you have a bunch of
Well,
successful people,
You know what you do? You just talk to them and see if they have things to back up what they're talking about.
or you're just like staring.
You don't have to
stare
stare
at their crotch. You're just like.
but dudes with dick bigs. Is that like big old titties?
Dudes with dick bigs.
Dig bigs.
Dig bigs. Dig
sounds
old
like-
dick.
Oh man, that's great. That's big old. That's take old bitties. All
That
over
dude,
again.
he got a dig old dick.
That's totally a thing. It has to be. But I mean, I'm just saying they could be stupid or not successful or not cocky or they could be
No, I'm talking about like famous people. So you
that are
have
awesome.
famous people
You're
that
saying
are
people that are awesome.
right. They're
Okay.
people that are great and
Because
they.
just saying cocky, that could be some person that's
I don't
shitty
mean
and doesn't-
cocky. I mean a person who has that kind of like
Yeah.
confidence that only comes with either having a very small dick and you're overcompensating or a
This
very
doesn't
big dick,
only come-
and you
there's
literally
all
don't have to
stages in
worry about
between.
anything. So if you've got a giant like a dumb dick, if you've got a dumb big
This is
dick,
a dick heavy episode now. So we had a
If
butt
you-
heavy episode.
you keep
before.
calling attention to it
If you
instead of
put
just
them
going
together-
with me.
You got a dick butt heavy episode.
And
now we're lowbrow. Yeah. We've officially reached
Yeah.
the low of brows.
you wanted to be funny and be light, so we're talking dicks. We're talking dick jokes.
No, I get what you're saying. It's the same thing with cars. Like the only two people you see driving Lamborghinis are a rapper that has a lot of money, shit to back it up, or someone that has no money and
Yeah,
they
again,
spent they sold
somebody
their
with a
house
big
for
dick
it.
or somebody
Yeah.
that's overcompensating for their little dick. That's what
So
I'm
you're saying how do you tell?
Yeah,
So if you
and like
saw-
which ones do you think? So you've got like let's see here. You've got people like so any major like basketball player or NFL star,
are
they're
you
probably
talking
just got big dicks. They
I
probably
mean,
just
overall,
got
probably.
just meat
Who
hammers.
knows? They're huge.
Yeah,
They're huge
dude.
people. So yeah.
So there's probably But then you've got like certain comedians. Okay, so like a Chris D'Elia
Dude,
before all this happened.
I think we've talked about on this episode or on this podcast before, but it was the girl who disclosed all the rappers' dick sizes.
That happened?
Dude, look it up before we do Kanye.
I don't.
I wonder if Kanye's on there. She like slept with all these famous rappers and
So you want me to
told
like
about their
Google
sex life
rappers'
and
dick
shit?
sizes?
Yeah. I know it's fucked up. No, but someone my point wasn't to look this up, even as much as it was to say
Talks about rappers' penis size. This
probably.
one.
Kareem Steffens.
Kareem. Stuff.
Anyway, my point is that like she exposed all their sex.
Oh,
style
okay.
And all this shit.
Okay, so all right, guys. So this is what we've got over on Rap Genius.
This is not a great topic.
This is hilarious. So these are this is what her thing was for.
Yeah, she had a book that came out,
Okay.
and she had slept with. I guess she may have been an escort, or oh, she ate out Missy Elliott.
Okay, so we
Missy
got
Fat Elliott.
mystical. He's got a long dick. Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy's long and full of energy.
Yeah, now we can skip over a few because their extra qualities are nice too. Because Trick Daddy,
Yeah.
he was just he's beaming with him
for days. Trick Daddy going. Will Smith,
Twista.
long.
Twista was medium.
Exhibit, long but comes
Will
too
Smith.
quick.
She fucked Will Smith. Oh, she just see it. Now some of these she might have just seen.
Cool G, long but can't fuck. Talib Kweli, medium. Red
He's
Man,
a good dude.
Red Man is hung like a banana.
Oh,
Hell yeah,
it
Red Man.
curves.
Yeah.
And it's yellow.
Black Thought, medium. Russell Simmons,
Black
small.
Thought's good.
Small for the Russell
okay.
Simmons. All right.
Cujo from Goody Mom, very long.
Very long.
Oh, there's another full of energy with Ja Rule.
Okay,
Coming
long and
back
full
around.
of energy. Okay, so she had a scale. She had grades, basically.
She had charts, bro.
Yeah, she had fucking Venn diagrams and shit.
I don't
dick
even want
size.
to read Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, real thick and juicy, but you can't stand looking at him when he's
'Cause-
on top.
Yeah, I think he's so handsome just because I respect him, but I have heard girls say that he's ugly.
Both big, but Big Boy is bigger and fatter. Dre's is long and slim.
Man, this girl is just comparing dicks for
Puff
years.
Daddy got a medium
How long
dick
did it take her to find,
and dolphin teeth.
Oh, she threw in dolphin teeth?
No,
Oh, I was like,
that's from the Chappelle Show. He got dolphin teeth. Mob Deep, Havoc is big, but Prodigy is small. Okay.
oh, man, she's whole teams. You know?
Nas, small. Nelly, medium. Scarface, medium.
No,
Snoop
it's-
Dogg,
no,
too
it's-
long. Snoop Dogg's dick is too long. Everybody, let the
Damn,
record show
that grandpa can get.
that Snoop Dogg's dick is too long.
It's the only one, I think. It's the only one that's too long.
Old Dirt ODB, may his big dick rest in peace. Love it.
No, you had to hear about that one or see pictures or something. She collected a lot of
Common,
information here.
his dick is long but too skinny. That's weird. So Common's dick is long but too skinny.
It's not so skinny.
Let's see. Most Def, long but
Can
his
eat a
breast
pussy,
stink.
that brat.
Timbaland, long and fat but can't fuck and comes too quick. Damn,
Dude,
damn, just
you're hitting him hard.
just going.
Timbaland's like probably my favorite producer, bro. He can get it.
But I mean, like he's got a
Not
got a
get
big,
it,
He got
but
a
he
big,
can get it like music.
I'll let him ram my ass.
He can get it, bro. No, I like that.
Timbaland, come on, you
He
want to
can
get
get
it?
the
I'll let you
beats.
get it. Let's see here. Master P, nice and long.
Oh, too
and
short.
can
Talk
fuck.
shit in bed. I didn't see. Yeah,
Oh.
that was pretty funny.
Long but skinny. He has an asshole personality for Q-Tip. Maze has a long, but he has an
All right, we
asshole
can
personality
skip
too. Missy Elliott, pussy has a bad odor. Method Man, long but comes too quick.
She got it, Missy.
50 Cent
What if
is,
she was
is
working
medium
out?
long.
What if she was working out that day?
Right.
Damn.
Big Punisher, the same size of a can of air freshener.
See, sometimes it gets weird.
Busta Rhymes, big and long, but can't fuck. Just because you are left sore, he thinks he did something.
Damn.
Ooh.
Again. That's the right. Well, that's just like
Lil Wayne, nice and long.
It's nice. Just use a nice dick.
Nice and long. Kanye West, big, but he can't fuck. KRS-One, small.
That brings us right to our time.
We're going to get there. We should have saved it for last. I should have seen it and fucking waited. Let's see. Ludacris, just perfect. Long and fat.
Ooh, Luda.
DMX long and can fuck forever.
All these
is murder.
dude, DMX can, dude, he
He can get it
pounces.
too, Toby.
He can get it. I'm just turning slutty. I don't know what's happening.
Fabulous big dick, but comes too fast. Fat Joe, small at first, but when he's erect, he's impressive.
Man, these are too. Some of these are too detailed.
Fat Joe's a grower, not a show. So, do you know that's actually kind of a race thing? So
what is Fat Joe? Oh, we talked about
mixed.
that. We talked about such dicks.
So like white dudes are primarily growers, not showers, and black dudes' dicks are usually the same
I'm
size.
just gonna guess the list of white dick rapper, right? Rapper dicks are probably different.
It's medium, small.
Can't fuck.
Yeah.
No, all of them probably fuck.
Wyclef, long but his breast stink. And then Ghostface Killer, long but he comes too quick.
All right.
And then down here in the
Come
comments,
get a bone.
come get a bone.
Is that a rapper? I bet he's like, dude, I want to be on this list. This is an epic. Look at all those amazing artists that were on that list. That's dude,
hilarious.
That's my boy.
Snoop Dogg too long. That's my boy.
Oh no.
A big.
Why the
Punisher,
fuck
same
was I
size as
really
Taylor.
interested in this? What I see.
That's awesome. Yo, this is the alpha thought. I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
Shake my head. That's 56 people.
Oh, those were just the famous ones that were rappers, bro.
Right. She's probably fucked other people.
Yeah, you think and she would have had to been. I mean, she had to work for some
That's awesome.
strip club, some
That's
escort
hilarious.
service that was like dealt with high level people. Or
Now
something,
this was real
she
information that
meeting
needed to be out for the people.
She's
I
either
commend
gotta
this woman
be,
for
like-
taking that dick.
Oh yeah,
But where?
this list could have gotten made from 50 different people though.
Yeah, they could have just
Talk
could have
to each other.
crowdsourced this.
Yeah.
But she
I
took
gotta
it
know
upon
firsthand.
herself. She took it upon herself.
Missy Elliott.
Yeah, she was like,
wow.
But why? Why Missy Elliott?
Fat Elliott. So it was when she was. Is it saying when she was?
When
fat?
did you see a Missy Fat
That's
Elliott?
up top. And Missy
Oh.
Fat Elliott.
Oh God,
Missy F Elliott.
Missy Fat Elliott. Okay, that's fine. So
She
that's
ate out
that's
that
a thing.
brat.
But
Who's
yeah,
that
so
brat?
I don't know. So yeah,
That's a star
Kanye
fucker
West
if I've ever
has a
heard
big
of
dick,
one.
but he can't fuck.
So should he be president?
And
that's
here
the real
is the
question.
fucking tweet that has set the world on fire. This was Kanye's
Yeah.
tweet from yesterday, which was the 4th of July. So you guys are seeing this on the next Tuesday, but for us, this is now the 5th of July. Yesterday was the 4th, so happy 4th of July, you fuckers. This is what you've done with it. So
Hey, this is real America right here.
yeah, I guess this is the American dream, guys. So Kanye West tweeted this last night at 8:38. We must now realize the promise of America by trusting God, unifying our vision, and building our future. I am running for president of the United States. Hashtag 2020 vision. I
2020
don't
vision.
know if Kanye knows this,
I mean-
but it's in November that we vote for president.
Oh well, that's why I'm wondering if it was serious because like, we already had the primaries, or I mean the shit. What
He's
are they
gotta be
called? The early year,
Right.
in April.
So he's got to be talking about
I don't
2024,
fucking
right?
know this shit. Oh,
But he said 2020 vision. So my thing is
is he starting his camp? But he wouldn't start a campaign right before one.
right.
So,
But this motherfucker, this has got 500,000 retweets and 1 million likes.
so are we gonna hear in 2 days that it's a joke?
Well,
By the time it comes out.
I mean, so what do you think? So I think that this could be something that is potentially planned.
do we want
that
someone
he's
that
been-
can't fuck as a president?
Yeah, guys. So knowing that Kanye
First of
does
all-
have a big dick, he's got a
First
big
of all,
dick.
I don't believe he can't fuck.
You don't
like,
believe that?
there's-
You think Kim taught him? You think after he
No.
watched the Ray J video?
I just
where
think he's
she's-
probably gotten bad and doesn't put much effort into it. Doesn't mean he can't fuck because what the fuck does he need to do, like to prove himself?
Oh, so you think like rich
But I think he
motherfuckers
can't
don't
fuck.
well on purpose
Yeah,
because they're
typically.
bored?
I mean, that's what most people. Lil Wayne said he didn't even like fucking. He just liked getting his dick sucked. He hadn't slept with someone in years and years,
That's selfish.
and that's just what he said. He's like, I don't really like sex. Is what he said.
I prefer getting my dick sucked. That way I don't have to, connect with a person.
Oh, yeah, and you don't know where they've been. You're like, they could. I mean, they brushed their teeth today.
Herpes on both places. You get
Now, you
herpes.
can get worse things. I
mean, you
fine.
can get gonorrhea from somebody's mouth too, bro. That's
Ooh, if they got gonorrhea of the mouth,
yeah.
it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
burns when I spit. Oh man,
it burns when I do fountains out of my mouth.
Ugh. So,
But yeah, guys, he says he's
so
running for president. I don't know if this is.
Do you think it can be even possible for him to get on the ballot?
I don't know for this year. I don't know. I think that may be closed.
I'm thinking like, because the main two, I feel like, what are they called? What I see. This is why we can't talk politics. I don't pay attention. But what is it called? Where the Democrats and Republicans picked their candidate earlier in the year. Like that first round of voting, you know. Let's see. Is it still possible? Let's see. I'm
guys,
just gonna say I love
this
him.
picture.
I'm
right
gonna
off
say,
the bat because he's
and
he's
as we're
happy.
talking about him being crazy, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. He is amazing. He makes amazing music. He's an amazing writer and producer. Fuck, dude.
Oh my
Cannot
god!
deny
And
that.
then Kim retweeted it. Oh my god.
Okay, she was like, I'm on that. Let me get some likes.
Okay, so West hinted at a 2020 presidential run during the 2015 VMA Awards after he was given the Video Vanguard Award by Taylor Swift, according to The Hollywood Reporter. West visited President Donald Trump at the White House in 2018, where the two discussed criminal justice reform. Oh, what?
Yeah.
West's decision to run is
remember
something I remember it absolutely, but what it was about I did not remember. The fact that it's
He
criminal
also-
justice reform, like
Yeah, he was
getting
talking
people
about
out
the
of jail.
jails. But he also he did a ton of good stuff for music. I wish I had I could look up the how it's. I'll think about it.
I have the internet around everywhere.
There's like,
But I
green
wish
screen.
I could look
wish
it
I could-
up. I wish I could muster
Where
the
would I
strength within
Yeah.
myself to do it.
But no, I can't remember what it was. But he gave back a lot of rights to artists instead of companies and
I like
record
that.
labels and shit like that.
I think it's funny that
But-
Taylor Swift gave him that award
yeah,
because remember when he took it
that
away
should
from
be
her.
his running mate.
Tay-Tay,
Those are like American Idols.
you're hilarious. You're actually the funniest person on
But-
the planet.
No, I'm just saying, it would work very well.
But anyway, West's decision to run is something of a late registration. Aha! He would have to register as an independent in several states to make his way to the ballot, since he is unlikely to unseat Trump as the Republican Party nominee or former Vice President Joe Biden as the presumptive Democratic Party nominee. So he's going to have to either run for. He would have.
Oh
to
yeah,
do it
you have to be independent. Yeah, I figured that, but
But
okay,
it's not
so
like
he's
he
still
doesn't have the
available.
money to do it.
Yeah, and put some money and campaign behind it. Get
Yeah,
some
I mean,
super
he could-
PACs.
I don't even know if he'd need to take money from anybody. Like his
Yeah.
wife is Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, and we were making fun of
If
this
they have
earlier,
anything, they have money.
and we were talking about how I've said it before about the Kardashians being like pretty much the Kennedys in our day and age to our generation. So it's like they have more power and influence. And I started thinking about it, and it's like maybe together they have more power and influence over people in the entire world than anybody.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's why that
Together?
got such traction. I mean, and immediately.
Can you even think of fucking what? North Korea, it's just not enough people to count. China,
Right.
Any one leader doesn't have anywhere close to the reach that Kim Kardashian and Kanye West have.
Not at all. Especially like straight to people's like hearts because people
Yeah,
love
people
them.
listen to them too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Dude, if they asked you to put on a mask, there wouldn't be people rebelling in a weird
No.
way. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, there still would be, but do you see what I'm saying?
But even then, like the people that are rebelling would think twice about it. The people that are like,
Yeah.
you know, if but because
I mean,
because
but
he
they're
had,
they're also easy to hate.
but
I mean,
okay, so when Kanye gave, oh, that's weird, went and had that talk with Trump, like
yeah.
they're cool. They're cool with each other. So
yeah,
so
they worked
that
out some deals, and no, they're just both celebrities, and they get the
Right.
game of it, right? Like
yeah, that's what I'm saying is that like they're gonna have.
they don't
This could have
actually
even
get
been.
do they have? If they do have the same morals, they're both lying. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm pretty well. I mean, like Kanye is definitely Kanye reverted back to Christianity because of Chance the Rapper.
Yeah. See what I want to know more about that too. All I've heard is that he met with him he said he met with him in Chicago, and he talked to him about his salvation and shit like that. But
so
again,
Chance talked to him about
yeah.
it. Well, because
And-
Kanye started off as a Christian artist, right?
a Christian artist or just an artist that was Christian?
Well, because Chance
Started off from
well,
churches
calls
and
himself
stuff.
a Christian rapper,
Yeah,
even though you
but he
wouldn't.
doesn't do Christian rap.
I'm kind of. It's religious for sure, and it is praise.
But it's a different field. So when you put Christian in front of anything, it's a different market.
I understand what you're
Christian
saying,
rock,
but there's
or
definitely
a
a
rock
stigma.
band that's Christian.
Right, I get what you're saying.
So it'd be-
I'm not talking necessarily under that umbrella. I'm
So I
just
don't
saying
think
that
he
it's
was ever a. Well, but again, I think Chance started in churches. We're
Right.
kind of all just speaking off of vague memories here. But,
well, yeah. So it's also I'm pretty sure that's where Kanye came from
sidetrack.
too.
Let's type in. Did Chance the Rapper turn Kanye Christian?
All right.
There was a. I want to see if there's any, because they're not going to say. My speculation was to assume something evil
Yeah.
or manipulative, and my head went to, what if he met up with him there, and then he told him, look how good this would be for your career. Look how I'm dominating the space. And look how no one's taking money from all these fucking Christians in
Yeah.
our field,
Right.
which is the biggest field ever now in music. So it's like, what if he had a business decision with him about turning Christian?
Right.
That's a conspiracy in my head, but it also seems plausible in a way, because those are two really big businessmen at this point.
Yeah.
You know, or there's still the chance that they could be genuine, and that's kind of what I want to find out. Is this where he talks about? He probably just says, I met up with Chance, some shit like that. I follow Chance too, and he's always doing some really uplifting Christian.
Yeah.
posting.
I mean, do you want to watch this?
Let's see.
Well, because he's wearing a MAGA hat. So Kanye. Let's see
Yeah,
here.
this is. Oh, they decided to cover it when he put on the maggot.
Okay, so Kanye
MAGA
West.
hat.
This was from 2019. So Kanye West shocked Hollywood when he donned a MAGA hat in support of President Trump, but something he told a fellow rapper is surprising people once again. He's now a born-again Christian. Nicki Minaj, while hosting Queen Radio on Apple Music, said West told her he turned to God after being hospitalized and diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2016. He made
What?
the announcement during...
He turned to God. Wait.
He turned to
Wait,
God
what
after
is
being
it?
hospitalized and diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2016.
So he was raised religious, got away from. That's what I'm saying. I think he started rapping. And is this when he got in that car accident?
Right, but remember, he made that
He had
video
his, like,
game.
jaw reconstructed.
Yeah,
and shit.
that's when he first blew up, was when he had his jaw wired shut.
Yeah.
Because that's the first video of Kanye I remember seeing, is when he's like rapping through his mouth.
And that's suspect. Really? That's suspect too. Like the fact that he turned Christian after going through a traumatic event and almost dying.
Yeah.
You know, maybe he, there's also a lot of drugs he probably was on during that time. A lot of
Yep.
morphine.
Yeah, that's true
But-
too.
But I will say about the near death thing, like, I think that kind of, everyone has their own form of that. Of when
Yeah.
we go, like, because mine I've learned to change to ask the universe for help, but I still pray to God.
Yeah, like
Not,
it's
do you see what I'm saying?
it's just what you yeah,
I'm
because
still
there
doing
are
the
people
same
that
thing. Like,
right, it's there's a difference in like where you're putting your intention. It's all, so prayer is just good vibes. Prayer is basically good vibes out into the universe.
but no, there's
You're
yeah, not everyday prayer. I mean, trauma. Like you think you're
Oh,
about to
do
get
you
arrested.
revert?
You think you're about to do well. I've learned to, in those situations, and just be like, because my mind goes, please God, help
right.
me. Don't
but
make
how
this
you're
true.
defining
And
the word God means,
But I've learned to even change it in my head to being like, the universe, let this happen.
Yeah.
But I still, of course, say God sometimes
Right.
when I'm really afraid. And see, that's the thing too. So maybe he went through a near-death experience and just realized, oh shit, like, I actually do believe in God, because I almost died, and all of a sudden I was like a little bitch. And so, it does, but fear turns you into a bitch like that. And so, like, fear-based religion, though, which every religion is based off of fucking fear, but is that where fucking religion comes from? It's just fear. Like, truly, down to the depths of whether they manipulate you or whether you find it yourself, you're scared of something if you're looking for religion, right?
right.
And so, like, I think maybe it has something to do with him going through that. What do you do in those moments? Do you know what I'm talking about? You're about to go to jail. You're about to get murdered. Whatever it feels like is about to happen. Like,
it's not necessarily even, with even me going through recovery and stuff. Like I pray.
Yeah.
But it's like I pray to like you're saying, the universe. I pray to something more amorphous.
I'm not talking about a specific religion.
I'm not talking about capital G God.
Yeah. Or any religion's idea. It's like, no, I'm literally speaking about the entity of it that
is everything and
I mean,
all.
Just
like
that's why I say the universe.
Iwa.
It seems vague.
Iwa.
Like, again, even adding a name to it seems weird.
But I'm pretty sure that Iwa is just the stuff.
The stuff?
And well, just language? Like the...
But no, my problem with using a name for it is like, then it becomes something to fight over. Everyone agrees with the universe. Everyone knows the universe exists. So I always, dude, I feel like the first guy who was like, I worship the sun. Fuck you guys. It's always there. I feel like that guy because I refuse to use any religion's name. Yeah. Because once I do that, they can say, no, it's not. It's this. But if I say the universe, everyone knows what I'm talking about. Like, you ask the universe for things, I do that all the time. I'll think deeply in my head and pretty much be like, how do I figure this out? And just kind of, sometimes it's like, well, just please let me figure this out.
Yeah.
Who am I talking to? I'm talking just to the universe, even though it may not work. I may not be doing shit by that. I may be putting out energy that does help in some way. I may be hurting it by asking. Who fucking knows what I'm really doing? But now, dude, it's like I'm religious halfway through this thing because now I'm like, oh fuck,
do I believe in God?
do get what they're saying. Like, I've explained God to myself just now, so nice, but I just can't call it. I can't call it by. That's all they're fighting on is what to call it, right? Everyone believes in the universe.
Yeah,
that's my point. We should call it the universe because it's just hard to like. I just think it's bullshit that you can be taught. I could have said all of that. And then at the end, said the wrong name, and someone who agreed with everything I said up until the name will hate me or disagree with me or fight or kill over it. And like, why is it the name that's so important? They're all talking about the same shit. We talked about that a lot.
Yeah, because it's
they
just
fight over the names.
And what's funny is that's usually all geographic. All those things are literally just because they're saying the same thing. Because
there's details that are different, but your overall point is the same. And they refuse just because you call it something else. They refuse. I don't know. Now I will say the only big difference in religion would be monotheism or polytheism.
Yeah. Right.
That's the main difference. Is there one or is there a bunch? But besides that, there's not much different in every religion's ideal of a God, right? So like, I just think the name is the only thing they're fighting over.
Exactly, because again, Yahweh is God. God is God. Let's see here. Allah is God. Literally translates to God. Yeah, okay. So do you remember me telling you that I got Charles with that? Like we were under a house going around.
I'm glad.
And he's always talking about religious things. He's a very religious man. He's always talking about how things relate to the Bible.
A side lick.
Little lizard lick.
Yeah, it was weird.
We're talking about this shit, and we're crawling around under this house's crawl space, and he's talking to me about the word of the Lord and shit, and we get into a conversation about like other deities, because I'm like, I was like, you know that every religion is basically the same, right? And he's like, no. I was like, yeah, they're all from around the same time. They all tell the same stories.
Yeah.
They usually all have a protagonist who, did some miracles.
I mean, whatever religion you hate, your religion probably came from that religion.
Yep, it's true.
Unless it's Judaism.
So
because they're like the oldest, right?
Yeah, and I was like, that Allah literally translates to God, and he's like, no, it doesn't. I was like, yeah, Charles, I will show you in Google Translate that Allah.
That's funny that they said that. Yeah,
I was like, that's the same thing. I was like, you guys worship the same God. You know that, right? It is the same God. Like even.
See, that's what I don't understand about. So if people, that's so weird. Now we're getting into some weird shit too. I like it, but so they believe that that there's a God and that everybody else is a faker. Everybody else believes
these are false
fake
gods.
Yeah,
false idols.
But it's so weird to think like,
nobody got it.
What?
Because
nobody
so got it though.
Okay, so a small portion of the world
Gets it.
yeah, and no one else has a chance unless you go tell them.
Well, no, the
Like,
thing is that like
from birth, you don't have a chance unless you meet them.
I meant that nobody gets like
Oh, that's a different
the
sect of Christian.
overall
That's what
idea of religion.
Evangelical Christianity, right? That's where they think. So some people, I feel like there's so many different types of religion, or even Christianity, but like, some Christianity believes that like that people have a chance even if they're born. So say you can't go, or say olden times,
olden days,
you couldn't get to certain parts of the world. These tribal people,
right?
Something.
Oh my God!
Do they naturally just go to hell, or do they find their own belief and they're allowed to? So some Christians believe that they can find their own belief and still get to their heaven, but some evangelical, I think, is the one that believe that unless they come in contact with Christian, that had to be what Columbus was. He was an evangelical because he thought he was doing a service by going and ruining these people's religion and bringing them Christianity with a dick in the ass.
I am inclined to
But
agree.
So that's the ones that believe if you don't come in contact with someone that follows this specific religion, that you're going to a horrible place naturally with no fucking chance. So those tribes that Joe always talks about, the uncontacted tribes, every one of them went to hell forever, and they have no chance.
Well, see, but
unless we go get them.
But that's the bullshit, because they're the ones that probably get closer to heaven than anyone else. Because I think that you and I understand
better, nature better.
I think how you go out is where you go. I think if your conscience isn't clear, because it's your perception that leaves your body. You know what I mean? So it's
how
like
you go
when
out
we've done.
Is how you go.
Okay, so think about this. We've talked about this before. It's the attitude you go out with. So if you're okay with yourself and you give in to that release,
we have talked a lot about death.
I think that may be heaven, because So the closest thing that we can equate to death is a DMT trip.
Yeah,
because we know for a fact that your pineal gland flushes.
Well, see, that's okay. So touch back on some shit you're talking about. Tibetan people believed. I don't know if they still believe this, but they used to believe.
We're referencing the Tibetan Book of the Dead.
Yeah,
just so you guys know.
And it was a belief that DMT was used to ease the transition to but they did believe in an afterlife,
right?
But to ease the transition to let your worldly things go, you know. And it makes me weird because we're back to this. We will smoke. I mean, it's weird to do it on camera. I've been thinking about it. It's gonna be weird, but.
Dude, think about like hitting it and then like monitoring yourself.
I don't like
watching yourself.
Okay, so I've just been, I don't know, but it also made me think about using it like we do and before you're dead, and at what point that can be. Well, it can be maddening for one. To see the afterlife or see the transition to afterlife that often.
Well, that might be why part of the reason we're fucking crazy and cling to each other.
Yeah, and it's weird. It's so weird. Yeah, I've hit DMT with a couple friends recently, and it's so funny to watch because like I go through full brain death, visuals, everything, but I'm like fine.
Yeah,
and
because we know
and
it.
People hit it and just like not be able to talk, not be able to speak, see, all this shit. And I'm just, for some reason, it relieves my anxiety.
Yeah.
And it made me feel so crazy. Because Zena has tried it before, but she doesn't, it's not her thing.
Yeah.
She probably doesn't, and then it made me realize she probably doesn't need the anxiety release like I do or something. Because it's like, that's what I said to Greg the other day. Was like when your dad caught you smoking a cigarette and he made you smoke the whole pack.
Right.
That's what it is to your mind and your anxiety. It's like, oh, you think you're stressed? You think this shit matters? Oh, everything fucking matters, motherfucker.
Yeah. Like, you did everything. It's all your fault.
Everything rushes back and it makes everything just all at once overwhelm you to the point to where you literally can't handle it and have to say, I don't care. It forces you to say, I don't want to smoke again.
Yeah.
So it actually, that's what it does with your anxiety. It shows you all of your anxieties all at once and rubs them in your face, and you're like, all right, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't want this anymore.
And then you release anxiety because you're like, I don't want to be anxious.
Well, then you do you learn.
But for some people, it doesn't do that. It's so different from person to person. It's the only thing that does that.
Why did it hit us so clearly
Yeah.
like that.
Most things affect people similarly.
Right, because
Right?
well, and especially with something like that, because I'm of the opinion that you go to the same place. Like I think it's just there. I don't think it's something.
I
think
can't
it's.
say anything
I think
like
it's.
that.
I think it just lifts whatever visor
There's a lot of
you're
people.
wearing.
Yeah. See, some cultures believed it was a not a time traveling, but a teleportate or a wormhole.
Yeah.
It was like the chemical that took you through wormholes to other
Well,
existences.
I've
or
also
other
heard it
parallel.
described as just like it just you just see that there isn't a real barrier.
Oh, you see right in front of you.
That's what I'm saying is like it just
Okay.
lifts the
Yeah.
it just lifts the veil.
Yeah. Okay.
It just lifts the veil of this reality that you're
Well,
because we're in a third dimensional reality. We're at least five dimensional beings.
That one makes sense to me because it's like you still are where you are, but you get to see all the things your eyes and mind filter out as you grow up. You know?
That's what I think it is, and especially
kind of like being born again. Now have we been Christian this whole that we believe in a universe?
Well,
we used to make people born again. We used to start
we
them
were
over.
technically
we used to take people's anxiety and sins from them. Are we fucking?
We were baptizing people in the waters of the universe, Toby.
Yeah. That's what Christian people say.
Well, no, so
not
you can
Christian,
we're cosmic Christians.
We are definitely.
Because I believe in the Christ.
We talked about so much shit. We've read so many texts, so many old of all these different religions. I mean, shit. We were especially used to be a lot more spiritual, but still now I dwell on these. I'm starting to change, becoming a prophet.
No, so we used to think we were prophets.
Is this how Kanye went crazy?
Yeah. Well,
experiencing it? Did he smoke?
He hit some deems, and
we just figured it out.
Kanye, we got you,
so,
bro.
Chance, he knew what was up, and he showed him the
Blasted
dream
him off.
chemical. That's what happened to Snoop when he changed his name, Mr. Too
Snoop
Long.
Too long.
Mr. Too Long. Snoop
He whipped it out, and she's like, no.
Man.
But no, okay, so
That's
so
fun.
I think the closest thing that we can get to death. So back to what I believe heaven and hell are. I think heaven and hell are like whether you greet that last experience with fear or acceptance. I think that's the difference between heaven and hell.
Well, in that sense, I don't think they
because
would last
think about
forever,
how
then.
long it lasts. No, but think
because
about how
I've
long
felt
you
hell
can
and heaven.
Exactly.
So
I think it.
I don't think either one. I have a new theory. Maybe I believe in the afterlife, but it's not forever.
Okay. Do you think maybe
it's a thing that fades in and out in between your consciousness, and depending on how you. I like that. Depending on how you leave thing.
I hope our consciousness. I hope our consciousness continues.
So
I hope that's the thing, because especially through our DMT trips, you're still you. You're out of your body.
Yeah,
you're out of your body, and you're moving through that space, that
in between
space.
You're still aware,
right?
Yeah.
And I want that to be what happens after this. Like, because you have people that can remember their past lives, and you can have
making
people
me believe in reincarnation too. I'm all over the place.
Well, but again, if you okay, so let's reference the Tibetan Book of the Dead again. They say that 47 days from the time of conception, from the time that a fetus is conceived to when its pineal gland develops is 47 days, I think. And that's what they think is the cycle of reincarnation is 47 days.
But why would it matter when the baby you were going into was born?
No, it's about when the pineal gland. So the pineal gland is supposed to be the seat of the soul.
Yeah,
so that's where your consciousness sits.
Yeah.
That's where your soul sits.
But why would it matter about how long So it's like you were attached to a soul instant. See that?
Well, no, it just takes 47 days for a fetus to develop the pineal gland.
In my head, by saying that, you're saying that when you die, that your body is automatically attached to a new body.
No, you mean your soul?
Your consciousness is
soul,
automatically
whatever.
picked for this body, and then it takes long to get into it, and that's the cycle.
Maybe that's when the body is ready. Maybe that's when a body is ready for a soul.
And they're all just maybe so. See, I don't know the random system.
But
if there was,
think about how fast you're shot out of your body on DMT.
I like calling it consciousness
over
and
a
the
soul.
Universe.
Yeah.
Because they take away the fighting part of it.
Right, because the only reason
everyone
that you
believes
call
in consciousness.
Right. The only reason they call them angels and demons is because they didn't know how to say pan-dimensional being.
And even
they didn't have the diction for it.
Or just even good and evil.
Yeah.
Right? Just things like that.
Benevolent and benevolent.
They have such bad connotations. You know, they kind of come with some baggage that I don't like.
Right, because of like hundreds and thousands
People
of years of people fucking being murdered over the
Over
way
these
you
words.
say a word.
Yeah.
Like you're both worshiping the same
But-
God. You both know not to fucking hurt other people.
Yeah. And shit, if you say the universe and consciousness isn't real, I mean, fucking go to hell. See?
Right? Like, go to hell, guys. Really? Man, I like us now. I like the way we podcast now. But no, so
No, but
DMT.
yeah.
Has,
no, hold on. I
Okay.
got my thought back.
Okay.
What I was gonna say about you saying the way you leave and the way you is how
Right.
you go, or whatever, or where you go, or how you feel. Even not even where you go. Let's say it's not even going anywhere. Let's
Right.
just say it's how you feel.
Okay.
So we were hitting it the other night, and we hit it, and he was like, it spun him out, and he was just like, you know, he didn't feel good. And he's like, there's such an edge to it. It hurts so much. It's like I have to go through everything, and it's like you have to work to feel good so much, and it's like it's a really painful process to get to feeling, because he felt really relieved after. But he was saying it was like such a struggle to get. And I was like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's,
And then we, so as you know,
That's the
old
acceptance
school
part, isn't
hippie
it?
style, got into this conversation about delta waves, and tried it again with this like really peaceful delta wave music.
yeah.
And
I
it
like some
skipped-
binaural beats.
It skipped, yeah, some binaural beats, shit
Love
like that,
that.
which is we got into a wormhole about that. It's very interesting. You should do your own fucking research.
Yeah, get out there. So, dude, do you want to hear this one song that is like?
Oh, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to
Okay.
the listeners. You just look that shit up, binaural beats. Do you know? Can you explain it? I remember. It's
Do it.
for a binaural beat to be created, there has to be I don't remember the frequencies, but there has to be one frequency in the left ear, one in the right, and they actually create a ghost frequency that is below the hertz that our ears can hear.
Dude, did you know that we can do that? In
I had to do this to you because I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit.
Do you even understand?
It hurts me to say it.
Yeah.
So, well, I think we can't hear below anything below 12, I think is like the final
Yeah,
cutoff.
I'm pretty sure.
And it's like the binaural beats will create 11 and 10 things literally that you can't hear by themselves, but they're just behind music. And they're supposed to be really healing to the body. And I don't know, I started changing, you know, I started thinking about it. And it's like, you could make fucking some ratchet shit and put a delta wave behind it, and it would be healing to someone.
Well, there's yeah, man. So we put that on, and we put the Hanuman on for the dogs last night for all the fireworks and shit. And the Hanuman is like it's almost like ayahuasca music. So it's like chanty, almost ayahuasca music. I don't know if we'll get flagged for it.
I don't love the chanting. I couldn't handle those. The ones that seem to feel the really, because I don't like the synth ones either. Those get a little. It does drive my thinking a lot, but it's still a little too intense.
Yeah.
The strings is what we found out. So like the harps, guitars, things like that, stringed instruments, you know, even like played strings. But
yeah.
oh, dude,
It's
look up. What was the
what
thing
you
we were
got?
looking at, dude? Because it's just a bunch of tripping delta waves. Shit, delts. Give us some delts.
Yeah.
No, it's a band, or not a band, but a group.
A group that does them.
Hey, go slower because the group names are small.
The group.
Yellow Brick Cinema.
This one.
That's not the one we were watching, but click on that. This was a group that just plays these 24/7. Go down. Oh, this is weird seeing this thing. Oh wait, the flower one.
This is the one.
I was gonna do this with you on like while we were getting high because I wanted to show you the difference because it really like all that stressful shit that we're talking. Because dude, I used to okay, you can turn it off. It's gonna fuck us up.
It's gonna fuck us up. I
Yeah,
mean,
dude.
this is beautiful.
I mean,
this is amazing,
no.
Toby.
It's gonna get me tired and it's gonna
Oh,
get
okay.
my throat open. I don't know what.
It's gonna get your throat open.
Yeah, I
Well,
start breathing.
I guess that
differently.
means I can get it.
God, why are you making me so slutty this time?
I don't know. You're being slutty and
But-
gay. You're being
Just a gay slut.
You're being a gay slut today,
Oh
Toby.
damn. Yeah, what the fuck? I was trying to talk about some cool shit.
Okay, so binaural beats to
yeah.
get the to really fuck with your vibrations, to put your vibrations back in order. Because guys, if you don't know this already, your cells are just vibrating really close. You're actually not a solid human being. Nothing is solid.
You move at a frequency, and frequencies can affect that. You know,
absolutely. That's why crystals aren't bullshit.
But they can't fucking cure cancer.
They can't. But they're not.
I'm saying there's
completely
a line
bullshit.
That my thing is like, yes, we do have scientific proof that they vibrate and that we vibrate, and vibrations can affect each other. But you'd have to be around caves full of that shit for it ever to do anything that you could even visibly see. Really,
well, it's not necessarily
know
about
what
that.
I mean?
I think it's just the ability to ground with them. I think that's because
I
they
don't
do
know.
have their own. They do have their own vibrations on a small scale, and you can be affected by them.
Yeah, in
You
small
can
ways.
be. Indeed, yeah. I'm not saying that these things are.
But I'm just saying the.
I think we're
proof
both just
shows,
saying.
like, dude, if we lived in a quartz cave or something,
Yeah.
whatever benefits we would get from quartz, we would get noticeably.
Yeah.
is what
Okay.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
from that.
when you just hold a quartz, though, I mean, come on, bro, don't. I mean, I've been high holding some crystal. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, I'm not saying that it's like,
But
it's gonna heal all your ailments.
Yeah.
But
I
I
just
am
don't
saying
like-
that it
I'm
will
not-
have
yeah, I
a
don't-
calming effect. It will have.
they do shit. They move.
Yeah.
Is all I'll say. They
Yeah.
vibrate.
When I vibe, you
And
vibe,
so,
we vibe.
I'm just trying to go off the science of it. The science says that
Like
it does affect
like you're
us.
a fucking scientist.
No, because I'm like I used to believe
because
a little too far.
man. Yeah,
I had too much faith in some bullshit in my past. So.
like what? What were the things that you had too much faith in?
Oh,
like
man.
what was the thing you
should've
tried?
seen all my books and shit. Dude, I wrote books.
You wrote books.
Yes. Dude, I'd be writing books on my
Toby
laptop all the
G,
time. Religion
PhD.
stuff. Dude, I had deep, I probably had like half of a Bible done at one point.
I feel like I remember your Bible.
I don't think anyone read it.
I think I remember it though.
I don't think I would show it to people. I feel like maybe a little bit.
I feel like that was around our like living in that apartment making DMT days. I feel like it was around then because we were like smoking DMT out of this bamboo pipe
it may
you
have
had
been
made.
close to then. Vishnu. Isn't that a weird? That's such a weird memory. I named it Vishnu.
It was,
But he was like the death bringer.
Oh
wasn't
no,
he?
well not even Ganesha, which would have made sense because you looked like an elephant when you were smoking out of it. That would have
But
made
wasn't
sense.
Vishnu the death bringer?
I thought that was Shiva. Shiva's the one who's dancing on the dude's back. I thought Shiva was the bringer and destroyer.
Maybe he's the war. Maybe he's the one
Yeah.
with war.
Internet.
That would make sense of why we get that, but shit. No, we made it. But yeah. That was a tight fight.
The preserver god.
Man, even the time
He
how
protects
did we
the
drill
universe
out
from
the
being
thing? Like I don't
destroyed.
even remember. We spent so much time on it. How did we drill out the holes to get it through the bamboo thing? It was like 4 or 5 ones long.
Yeah, dude, and it was
How
like,
did
and it
we-
was also held
we had
together
a-
with like tubing. There was like tubing going through it too.
And we had the metal ball in there.
Yeah.
I remember that. And you shotgun it like
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man.
damn, dude.
And I remember the first time
That's
that
why we're fucked up.
I remember the first time that Houston got me to smoke out of his Deems bong.
Yeah. That thing blew
Dude.
you out too. Anything through a bong, like, any big hit like that.
Because like, why
It's
would you
stupid.
ever do that substance through
your-
a bong?
Yeah.
Like-
Why would you ever do that to yourself?
Yeah,
It's like,
the best way to do it is just a little bit of weed in a bowl.
That's
The
how
best way to
that's
do
how
it.
I do it. Now,
That's
I don't
the
even
best
do
way
it,
to do it.
with vaporizing much.
Right.
I don't like the look and feel of it,
Of freebasing something.
or just in bulbs and shit. It
Yeah,
seems
no,
so because that's not
gonna
why
do
I'm
that.
doing it.
I'm not gonna fucking smoke it out
but,
of a rose.
But on a bowl will get me like just straighten me out a little bit. It slaps me in the brain,
Well, yeah, because that
and it's just like shut the fuck up.
dude. That's the
Does it
the
do that
thing.
to you though? Back on
No.
that question of the edge thing, does it do that to you to where it's like puts you through everything before you get there?
I've always
Like-
seen it as kind of like a mental Tetris. So that mental death, or what you call seeing your life flash before your eyes, that to me is, to me it's calming. To me it's like okay. I learned
You get it
I
quick.
learned so fast.
You don't let it spin
to
you out.
accept her. I learned
You learn
so
fast.
fast.
Okay.
To
See,
accept what
okay.
what I was being
I-
shown.
It's still easy for me to like almost use it to make me run through all my fears and things like
Well, yeah, because
but just at first because I almost want to get overwhelmed, so I step back
right.
sometimes. But that's a stressful way I use it. Because, okay, I used to listen to fucking Tool, like
Yeah.
high on acid, Deems tripping. It's like they are talking about psychedelic shit.
Right.
And he was a good poet, but the music is super aggressive and intense.
For sure.
And I would get there and like, you know.
And not
I
what
would,
you're
like,
really wanting
really
around that time.
Feel it. Really feel that. It's like I was dragging out, leaving the body.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like I was pulling against it just to make it slow.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Right. But
Instead of just fall, because you
Yeah.
fall in quick, and I'm like, I'm like, take me. I'm like such a slut
Make
about
me
it.
go.
I'm such a slut. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm a slut with my mind. I think I relish in it. And that's why I used to listen to that really intense music and make it more stressful and make myself think about everything in my life and get rid of it. Truly say goodbye to everyone and everything in my life, my religion, my family, everything. I would want to see their faces and say goodbye. I wouldn't just want to not see them and say, you know. And I'd like make it way more stressful. And after listening to that Delta wave thing, with him and turning it on, it went. Whoop.
What do you mean? Oh, so you got real flaccid in your trip. So your dick was real
weird.
hard.
It's weird while I'm leaving the body, you know, you get rager. So everyone knows you get a boner before you die.
So when you
No, I'm saying.
So when you put the binaural beats on, then you were just kind of swept away into it?
No, it was just a little bit.
Or your trip was over.
You hopped over to that place.
Okay.
The relieving place.
Okay.
It was like, because I apparently have been dragging that part out, but I also use it as therapy. So if it's if I have a lot of things to process and a lot of things, it does naturally get dragged out because I have a lot to go through to even get to where I can be peaceful, you know. So like, I think, and also maybe I had done that recently or gotten through those things recently. It was easier to hop over, but the music definitely made a difference of like. When you're going through that thing, some people need Tool to go through all the shit that they are going through. You know?
But I think you're going to be shown those things anyways because you can't get away from yourself.
Well, I'm saying it skips that.
It's such a big mirror.
When you take that approach, that really peaceful approach, it skips the part of going through everything. So when you come back, even though you got past it, when you come back to it, you don't know why you skipped it.
So
unless you actually process it and go through it. You have to put yourself... he was right when he said you have to put yourself through a little pain to feel good, you know? I kind of get that now. Because, like, even if you do skip it, the problem still remains. You have to actually feel it, go through it, and let it hurt you, and then you get better.
Yeah, because always the problem is you.
And maybe that's why some people can... Just people with no problem or no like struggles, they'll just hit it and be like, "Oh, this is great. This feels fun." And some people are like, "No," like fucking like a nightmare is in front of them.
So like, because there's that.
They have trauma to deal with that they haven't dealt with.
Because again, it's death. It's death, and it's either how are you going to greet
your life's
it?
Flashing through your
how
eyes.
are you going to greet it? Are you going to greet it with fear? No, I don't want to go yet. Or are you going to be okay?
You can't greet it with that because it won't take you. That's what I'm saying, right? You have to actually say.
Well, I mean, you go. You go. Either way. Is that what keeps you? Is that what makes you a ghost? Is that where ghosts come from? Ghosts are people who wouldn't let go and go.
Wouldn't let go at all. Yeah, they
wouldn't let go. They hung on, and
they
got stuck.
They got
stuck in that spot.
Theory.
Okay,
new one.
I got a theory on ghosts.
I like that.
They call me David the Ghost Guy.
Yeah, this is our
Dr. Dave the Ghost Guy.
How good, doctor? I want to be a sensei just without no work. I call myself Grandmaster Cushing. That's a cheat. That's like high level Mason shit.
Yeah.
Our grandmasters. I haven't been through no
right, but you've got
business.
Masons in your family, right?
Yeah, so it's a reference of like just older family.
But never call yourself
don't
call yourself like Grand Dragon. That's KKK shit. Don't ever do that.
No,
don't do that.
But no, I'm
or
just
Grand
saying like
Wizard.
I didn't work for any titles. What if I was a doctor, Grandmaster,
Dr.
Esquire?
Hello,
just
Dr.
skip to my
Grandmaster.
Esquire. No. What's another prefix that's good that you have to earn? We said lieutenant, soldier, shit like that.
Soldier.
Not really a prefix. This is soldier, private.
Yeah. This is Soldier Johnson. You guys aren't in the army.
Yeah.
Soldier. Now, people do that. People will be a
Soldier.
soldier. It's a greeting.
No.
Toby just came.
Get up. No, I just thought of a cute little name for a boy, Soldier.
Oh, name him Soldier. There's an actor named Army. His name's Army Hammer.
Or Warrior. Dude, Soldier's just cute, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, come here, Soldier. Because he's tiny and you can beat his ass. That's why it's funny.
Okay. Because Toby thinks soldiers are tiny and he can beat their ass.
No, I'm saying it's funny because
said
he's
it.
obviously not a soldier.
Oh, okay.
He's tiny and I can beat his ass.
Okay.
I wasn't hating on soldiers. I'll get killed. At least fucked in a bar.
At least it's fucked in a bar.
They're going to fuck me in front of everybody.
Then Toby's like, they can get it. It's fine.
That's the theme now. No, dude, I actually feel really weird about the military, but
Okay.
because I've had a lot of friends in it and family, and that shit kind of, dude, I wouldn't ever go in the military. Really,
military is
I don't
fucking
think I
scary,
would.
man. You know, my nephew, he's in the military.
I
and
mean, he's kept it together.
he has like crazy.
How has he kept it
He's
together?
Man, he's been in Alaska for years, so like it's not like anything happens in Alaska.
I mean, dude, but all the shit he has to do, no way.
Dude, he does have to deal with a bunch of shit.
I would deteriorate in front of people.
Yeah, man, you would fold like bologna.
Fold like balloon. Dude, I'd
fold
or
like
just do some
bologna.
fuck shit real quick. Either one.
Yeah.
Something would happen.
You'd do
it wouldn't
something, that's
work.
for sure. You wouldn't do nothing. What is some? Do you want to look up the next thing we were going to talk about? See, this is
What?
fun too. I can pass you
No.
shit. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna make you do some shit.
No, I don't fuck
You're like,
with that.
I don't fuck with the trackpad. So do we do it together? Do you type and I move the mouse?
What do you want from me?
I want you to look up the Shane Dawson shit. So type away.
Oh, the YouTuber?
Yeah. 'Cause we
Dude,
were gonna
I had
talk
never
about that for
even
a
seen
second.
this dude before.
You've never heard of Shane Dawson? There was like a whole thing about him like coming out as like bi or some shit and doing stuff with Jeffree Star, and they started doing
Drama.
makeup. Yeah, there it is. So let's see. Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star drama
I think
timeline.
the Twitter that I was watching this earlier on H3 Steele.
Yeah.
And
All we
they
do
were
is steal
looking
shit
up-
from other
They were looking
podcasts.
up his the Twitter of some girl named I don't even know. It's called, like, without a crystal ball, something like that.
So we're type in Shane
See, we
Dawson.
can talk about death and life
pedophile.
and afterlife and all this shit at what am I
At
looking
length
for?
or
At-
ad nauseum.
No. Ad nauseum's good, but no, at something's end or to something's end. What is
To
it?
no end.
To no end. Okay, no,
Yeah.
that's probably what I'm looking for. But
Till the cows come
we're like,
home.
what the fuck is this?
Yeah, who the
Some
fuck is Shane
YouTuber?
Dawson? He's a famous YouTuber and he's done a bunch of shit, but it's coming out now that like everybody, they're fucking pedophiles. He's a pedophile and he's trying to.
Whoa.
Didn't you say that he was
No,
justifying?
don't. No, he's not a pedophile.
You're telling me he's not a pedophile?
No,
you were
dude.
showing me a video of him like telling his 12-year-old cousin about sex.
Yeah. No,
And-
there's just some drama with it. He's not actually a pedophile.
So
Did I
he-
sell
but
that wrong to you?
You sold it. You sold me as he's a pedophile. You sold me as things are coming out about him being
what
a
I said
pedophile
was
because
that he
he's
got
like,
canceled
why did he get canceled?
for inappropriate content concerning pedophilia and things like that.
Because he's justifying pedophilia.
Yeah. Not because he's a pedophile. He has a girlfriend. As far as we know, he has.
So what is that? There are
that's
plenty of
fine.
married men who rape kids.
He doesn't rape kids.
You
there's
heard
been
it here
no
first.
allegations.
This is a
never-
T&D exclusive.
All right, this is why we talked about this. He fucks kids, bro.
Yep. Shane Dawson, you're a fuck. You're
Oh.
a nasty fuck.
All right, I like this
Um,
dirty shit. Roll a joint.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Perfect.
Nasty fuck, Shane Dawson. You've been touching kids. There's no.
We
there's-
don't like it.
I don't.
So wait, how do I find these?
Shane Dawson pedophile.
Will Smith video with that. Let's see that one. Yeah, hit that. Since you got the mouse.
Do you want to watch this one? The
Let's
disgusted.
see.
But this is from Entertainment Tonight. I guess. Do we watch the Entertainment Tonight video?
I want to see his video.
Um,
This is where preparation comes.
I don't know if it'll still be up,
handy.
but let's see what this has to say.
If you've been watching me for a while, then you know that I have done a lot of things in my past.
Oh, is this an apology video?
Maybe.
Shane Dawson is facing backlash.
Yeah, and we're just watching ET now.
I guess.
It seems no one is more outraged
Damn
than
it.
Jada Pinkett Smith and her son Jaden Smith. Here's what went down. On Friday, Shane posted
Oh, is he not gonna show the?
apology video titled "Taking Accountability" to his YouTube channel. The 31-year-old internet personality spoke about his past use of blackface, using the N-word, joking about pedophilia, talking about murder fantasies, and more.
This video is coming from a place of just one girl.
Oh, dude,
Oh my
I've
God,
talked
this guy.
about murder fantasies.
Yeah, there's a difference though. Like, okay, so first of all, no one watches this.
We've joked about everything.
Yeah.
We're definitely getting canceled at 1,000.
As soon as people are actually watching these, we're getting canceled. But anyways, the real fact of the matter is that like
pretty sure if
you
we-
can't. We have to be past the point where you can joke about not that you can't joke about like things, because you can always make fun of them. Like, I feel like making fun of things is how
There's
we
a
take power away.
distasteful way.
There's absolutely there's like it's got to be funny if you're making
like
fun
when we
of
talked
something.
about Michael Jackson, we were just being humorous.
Yeah, screaming into buttholes. Yeah, that's spread your butt cheeks.
I mean, it was humorous because see, now we're doing the exact same thing that they're being accused of. But I don't know. It was weird that you said that. I don't know. It just makes me realize, like, I guess it's only okay if it's funny. And his shit
it's
seemed
gotta land.
cringy and not even like his intention didn't seem comedic.
Right.
If that makes sense. His intention seemed like, let's see if we can
Well, you
find.
told me that he justified. Here, I'm rolling a joint. Learn. You told me that he's justifying, he's justifying pedophilia. You told me
Yeah.
that, and I kind of saw him doing some pedophilic behavior. Pedophiliac? Pedophilic? I don't know.
Oh, ugh.
I don't know how to say that term. But anyways, it's not cool.
I'm like, what's this? This is why I'm a
Shane-
bad Nadav.
Shane
Maybe I'm
Dawson.
a good Nadav.
Yeah, you're still better than Nadal.
Is that why he's laughing so hard too? He's high as shit back there.
I don't know what the fuck his deal is. I don't know how he got that job. You and I could do better at that job.
I'm
Like-
not doing very well.
No.
I was trying to get on Twitter. And trying to here. I
All right,
Google
give
searched
me my
Twitter
shit back. Fucking
and I hit the happening word.
can't do shit with Toby.
This is not my setup, by the way.
What do you mean? Okay, this is our setup.
No,
and
this is I don't know your setup, your fucking settings, your computer,
Mhm.
the sensitivity. God. Farrago.
All right. Hopefully.
Did we hit it off the desk?
Oh no. No, but we're.
The other thing is tilting.
The other thing is tilting.
I don't know.
You're coming.
Did something
I'm not
happen?
coming through.
Oh.
Something has happened, Toby. There. Okay, I'm back.
What
That was weird.
what happened?
A connection got fucked up. I don't know. But we're back and everything's cool. My bad.
I noticed more and more about when I start, I feel like we can affect a lot of things around us.
Mhm.
Like, Zach, our friend Zach, there's the producer, was telling us about a stressful time when he had DMT once, and lightning hit the top of the building and burst the light bulb.
Oh.
And I was like, "You called that
You did
lightning
that.
there." I was
Yeah.
because a lot that'll happen with gunshots or stuff. Well, that always, but you know what I mean. You'll get to a point and be like, "Ooh," and something will just
yeah.
happen
Yeah.
or go off,
Something
or like
will happen, yeah.
if it's too much.
Yeah, I've
Like,
definitely had that happen
I
before.
feel like that's if it goes through you. It's
even then, like,
it's
I've
like
been-
a current. If you take
Yeah.
it, then it doesn't go anywhere and affect anything. But if it slips through you, it can like fuck up shit. And that I thought that was a weird one, but Oh, now I forget my original topic. Great. We'll come back in time. No, type in that other source that they were using. Something no crystal ball without a crystal ball.
Well, this is I'm just looking at Shane Dawson's Twitter right now, and his last two posts are
my merch store is restocked. I like that.
And it's a pig and a heart. So you've got his.
Still has almost 8 million followers. I mean,
yeah. I guess
apparently they've dropped off, but I don't see fucking anything wrong with that.
So you've got his taking accountability video.
I deleted everything.
And then you've got this. I deleted everything. I'm done. For those who wanted me to address it, I did. I'm sure you can find it reposted somewhere, but I don't want this energy in my life or on my timeline. I'm too sensitive for this shit, and I'm done.
Oh, man. See, just from hearing the things I heard earlier, like, it's just weird to hear his... I don't know this person
shit.
until today.
I love this. This guy who's got Joe Biden wearing a Trump hat, he's like, everything? Nah, your channel's still up. Delete your channel, and then crawl back into the hole you came out of.
Oh, shit.
I can't believe I'm agreeing with Trump hat.
Oh, man. Everyone is enabling an addict. Let's see.
Oh, my God.
I'm too sensitive.
Yeah.
Oh, well, but I just heard some shit earlier, so he had some... It's just constant inappropriate shit about him seeming to justify, which I will give him something of, that he was molested. So, like, I do think a lot of his younger videos and why his view of not necessarily justifying it for other people, but justifying it in the situation that he was in. So I think he was saying that, like, this is why I think that person did that to me. Okay. Not, this is why I think this gets done to people. And it's okay. I don't think there was any implication of that. But, see, it was one of those things, they mentioned it there, too, that it was, like, just constant. It was easy to write off one by one. You could always find something for it, but it was just endless. You know, an endless source of him just being really inappropriate.
And it's like, okay, so but that's coming from somewhere. Like, I understand that, like, things will fuck you up. Like, I was molested. We're talking right now. I was molested as a kid. So, like, I can get that to a certain extent, but yeah, and I had some fucked up stuff around sex for a long time.
Yeah.
But there was nothing ever around, like, kids. There was never that in me where I wanted to inflict that on someone else. I never had that. I know that they say that people who are molested are more likely to molest
or just have sexual hang-ups in one way or the other.
Well,
right?
That's just almost that's almost a certainty. What I'm talking about is when people will kind of label you like that will happen. Like it's a very common thing that kids who are molested end up being molesters in the future. It's like a missing power dynamic kind of thing. Like this was
and
taken from me.
The person too. That's the thing he was saying. It's like,
and that's not okay to do. Like you can understand why someone did something to you, but that doesn't mean that it was ever okay. That doesn't mean that it needs to be defended. That doesn't mean anything. Like that person should fucking rot somewhere for touching a kid, regardless. Like regardless. If you're outside of that person's age range, don't fucking touch them.
Yeah.
And as far as that goes, it's like the person who molested me had mental issues. They were mentally deficient.
Too, right?
Yeah, but again, like fuck him. I'm glad he's dead. Like, you know what I mean? Like I understand what happened, and like I have to accept what happened, and I have to integrate that into my personality and deal with it. But I'm not gonna make jokes like fucking touching kids is okay. I'm not gonna make jokes about like
the difference is that he was saying that he was like cool with it, like he was ready for it, and like he doesn't. The way he's talked about it is not a thing of trauma. It's like he was a horny kid, is how he talks about it. And like it's so weird to hear that. Maybe that's just someone, you know, like
I asked him to do it. The whole I got him.
Yeah,
like, kind of
maybe
thing.
even leaking into that, right? Because it was like, no, I enjoyed it. Next step is that you got them.
But
Yeah.
even then, that's still
It could be tricking yourself.
adult taking advantage of a
Yeah.
child, regardless of what you think is going through your mind at the
I'm
time.
just trying to figure
You're
out this
still
dude.
younger. Yeah, well, I mean,
'Cause
like,
I don't get why. I don't get that. Even in that sense, like, there's no way that you can be sexual at certain ages. You know, like really, really young ages. So I don't know.
well, it's like I was a sexual kid, like when I was younger, like I would like before I knew what I was doing, I was humping the floor.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, so when did you learn to masturbate? Like, did you learn from your brother? Did you learn from something like watching a video? Some trial and error.
Because I did it the wrong way for years.
Like,
I just on the tip.
oh, I thought like
No, I didn't move any of the skin even.
Oh,
Well, a little bit.
just friction on the tip.
It was kind of weird. Like, but I was real young.
I'm gonna try that.
I was real young,
Yeah.
and I was kind of pulling a putt,
Okay.
whatever that means.
When did it
But
click
I just didn't
for
get
you?
it wrong. I don't know. It was probably something weird. Just saying.
Well, like I didn't know what I was doing at first, and then the first time I saw somebody, like it was my older brother. I saw my older brother jacking off. You know what I mean? So
Like,
it's like,
ow!
yeah, I was like, oh, okay,
Damn
okay.
it.
Yeah.
Why don't we communicate?
You gotta tell me this stuff, man.
And that's
But
funny.
yeah, so like,
now, is it appropriate to tell your young brother how to jack off?
I don't know. I don't
don't
like.
know.
There's no one to help us with this shit. But well, I mean,
Not in person.
you and your
can,
brother.
You
You and
can
your
drop
bro-
him a hint.
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
That's not the right way. And leave.
But yeah, again, like even being like slightly sexual
So
as a
Are
kid,
you having
that still
some
doesn't.
future vision, and you're like, this dude's gonna become a rapist. Is that what you're saying?
I think some stuff's gonna come out. Yeah.
Okay. Because it came up so often. Dude, try to find this one which it's probably swiped. They found a bad one. It was like, it was a puppet show. Put pedophile puppet show and then his name.
Okay. Puppet show Shane Dawson.
I still don't know this dude's name.
No internet.
Oh shit! What happened?
Well, we should have internet. Hold up.
Hey. Is the internet too unplugged?
It must be unplugged out. It must be unplugged out yonder.
Oh, fuck.
We got it. We got snatched off. We got turned off, Toby.
Maybe the dog said it. I don't even know
Maybe
if she
so.
can see if she had to go to work.
Oh no. Am I gonna have to go make a run for it so we can look up this pedophile puppet show? With
Maybe that's why the internet isn't working.
It's just like, guys,
You know?
you've done too much. On this episode, you've finally done too much. I don't think so, though. I think we should bust this motherfucker. What really pisses me off is him justifying. That's the one thing that I can't. You
But
can be fucking quirky.
As
and
of yet, he's justifying something that he hasn't done. Like, we don't know. You're just saying it's inevitable.
I
because
think
of
he's
his-
showing clear signs
Oh,
of someone with the
normalizing it or
behavior.
something?
Why would you do that if you weren't gonna be asked to be forgiven for it someday? Like
What?
what do you why do you need to justify it? Why in your head do you need to make it okay? It's okay to accept it. It's okay to accept that something happened, and maybe in your mind you thought you were the one like pushing it on. You thought you were the one that was in control. But if you're young like that, you're never in control. That's just how it works. You're a kid. You're not in control. The adult is in control, no matter what. And it's up to that adult to make the moral call. It doesn't matter what you're saying you want. You're a fucking kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so if a kid comes at you and is like, I want ice cream, and you're like, fuck you. It's like 8 a.m. You're not getting ice cream. It's the same fucking thing. It's the adult needing to be the adult. You understand? Because even if he thought that he was one.
Oh, damn.
even if he thought he was the one egging it on, the adult is still the one that gets to be like, yeah, I'll whip my dick out for this kid, or I'll whip this kid's dick out. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
still
same
the
thing
adult.
we were hitting on the Crystal Lee thing with. It's like a lot of those were just because they were consenting doesn't mean. Oh, I think she got it. Oh, sweet, thank you.
Thank you.
But that was the thing with him, was that a lot of them were, hey, that's it.
Oh God.
Did you type that in?
Oh yeah. So this is what you were telling me about him saying
Without a
that
crystal ball. That's what I was trying to.
Yeah. So apparently he's justifying. A man, a 50-year-old man with the emotional maturity of a 5-year-old will be sexually attracted to 5-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
Basically that in a nutshell.
But hear the argument, because it's bad. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay, so we're gonna watch this fucking dude, I guess. All right.
Right? Like, you thought he was 5 years old? Like, that was his thing. I saw him on TV talking about it all the time. I'm like, he feels like he's 5. So basically, he's 5 years old mentally, right? But sexually, he's 50. He still has penis, and it still wants to play.
He's got a scene haircut.
So it's like there's a weird link missing where it's like I'm 5 years old, but I'm horny. But I
Okay, you can cut it. See, the point that I saw earlier on H32 was that 5-year-olds aren't sexual. So it's a bad argument.
Right.
And that's what I wanted to bring up.
But
was that
I don't know if
why
that's
that doesn't
necessarily
make sense.
true.
5-year-olds?
I'm pretty sure that's around the time when I was fucking humping my hand, man. Like,
That's not sexual though yet.
but you don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. Like, there's
I don't
still
think that's
like
sexual.
human.
Dude. Every baby humps and eats their hands.
Right.
And does
That
weird
is
shit.
it's a no. I'm not.
Touches
I'm not talking
himself,
about
I
like
mean-
overtly sexual. I'm talking about just instinctually sexual.
No,
That's
I
what
don't-
it is. That's what it
But
is.
you
Because
don't
what you're
even have the
simulating is mating.
hormones.
You're simulating fucking. You're simulating sex.
I mean, dogs do.
Like-
Yeah, our lady dogs do that to each
Like,
other.
so it's an instinctual thing that some people act on earlier than others. But like, you eventually learn about it, and most people learn about sex before they hit puberty. You learned about sex
learn
before you
about
hit
it. That's
sex.
different than having actual hormonal sexual urges. You know,
I think there's a difference between hormonal urges and primal urges. I think there's a difference or instinctual.
when you
I'm gonna
when
I'm
a
gonna keep saying
baby-
instinctual.
when a baby, one that can't stand up,
Okay.
a little baby, because they all do that. Every baby goes,
Yeah.
Did we not see a baby do that? It's funny. That's just a primal urge? That's girls and guys.
I think it's
every baby's
instinctual. Yeah.
they just come out of the womb. They're ready to hump.
Yeah. Because that's what we're
not
built for.
sexual. Sexual happens during puberty is what I'm saying. That
Okay.
happens from birth.
Okay. So yeah, I don't think we're arguing.
Yeah.
I think we're
I
agreeing
was
with
just
each
trying
other.
to make the clear distinction of I think it's not. Like you said, it's primal, not sexual.
I think
sexual
even
is learned
instinctual
hormonal
is
thing.
better than primal because primal still.
It's a funny baby move. They're always dancing.
Insert
But-
animation of a
it's
baby in a diaper. Just
And I don't know. Why is it? It is. I think it starts from being unbalanced, but
yeah.
that's probably how they learn to dance. That's
And you're
probably
like,
why they
yeah,
dance.
this is where it's at. This is the balance
and
point.
they're like, oh, I can move.
Yeah. But no, fuck this dude. I don't understand I get it. I get what you're saying because yes, that is how people usually that's usually where pedophiles come from is that they have a stunted sexual maturity.
Yeah.
They have a stunted sexual growth, so they are sexually attracted to a certain age range that they never grew out of. Be
Yeah.
it whatever reason. It doesn't mean anything. There's no that means they need help.
Yes,
That
you need
doesn't mean
some,
that it's okay.
fucking,
That means they need help.
some therapy or a gun head if you like kids.
Yeah.
No, you can catch it from an early age though if you were
Dude,
traumatized.
as long as it has not passed the physical barrier, I think that you can be rehabilitated. I think that if you have the mental capacity to for self-reflection, I think that you can be helped. But if you pass that physical threshold, I think that you've gone too far. I think that you're too far gone. I don't think that there's coming back from that.
What's that?
Raping a kid.
Oh, what?
Diddling a kid. I'm talking about we're talking about pedophiles, Toby.
Dude,
Do you-
I was
do you
following that
remember?
whole thing differently. You're like, once you reach that, I thought you were kind of talking a little hype speech, because you were like, once you reach that threshold, you know. And I was just like, oh, what are we? Is that a? It was
No.
a butt.
No, I'm talking about these people.
No. I remember kind of what we're talking about.
Okay.
That really surprised me, though. I didn't think we were talking about that.
Well, no, I was talking about rehabilitation for people who have this problem, because pedophilia is it's a sickness. There is a threshold. The threshold is touching a child. If you pass that physical boundary.
This is crazy.
No, what I'm telling you is that people that haven't physically done anything yet, I think that they have the ability to be rehabilitated. That's what
now
I'm
I hear
saying.
you.
Yeah.
Because they're just fantasies and they need therapy.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they have the capacity, the mental capacity to look at themselves for
But once
self-reflection,
you do it, it's like you fucked up.
you're done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang you in the street. Like you should be, because
Even
now you
the
have,
ones that are thinking about it, though, where does that comes from? A fucked up place. So
because
how you-
obviously this
I think
dude's
you need to
fucked
catch
up.
it even
Like
before then.
like it fucked him up. Like obviously this dude's fucked up. I'm fucked up. It fucked me up. You know what I mean? So it's not
But
like
he hasn't done anything yet, so he needs to
maybe
go through some
we don't know.
intensive therapy.
We don't know. We don't know what he's done. We don't
I
know.
guess.
Like with him being one of the most famous YouTubers, we don't know what he's got. He's got access
I like
to.
that you're out for this, dude. I don't even know. I just learned about this today, so
Right.
I like your attitude about it, though. You're very
Dude, it's you're either into kids or you're not into kids, and this dude kind of seems like he's into kids.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not.
So
Oh, I get it now. That is kind of black and white. He is like, well, I don't know.
dude, you're either okay with it or you're like, why the fuck would you be okay with this? You know what I mean? It is black and white. Like you can
Yeah.
love kids, but you can't
But he
love
doesn't
kids.
He made jokes about this specific dude, right? That's all I know about is that he made jokes about pedophilia.
Yeah, and Chris D'Elia pretended to be a pedophile several times on television and is still kind of a pedophile.
Oh, so that's some hiding in plain sight shit?
That's for sure.
That could be. Yeah, as many times like
You're famous.
like
You don't
there's
give
a
a fuck.
huge list.
People feel like
and
they
this
can't
is
get
not
touched.
even cringy. Like I feel like there's way worse ones.
Yeah.
Type in the puppet. Go to that. Yeah, I gotta calm myself down a little bit.
We're getting hype. You're drinking. Is this the puppet?
I don't fucking know.
Shane Dawson kisses me. Pedophile.
Oh, come on.
So Shane Dawson
How
heard
old
this
is
girl saying
he?
she was 12 years old 2 months prior, but still
Oh,
went ahead
heard?
and kissed her in the mouth. What's the excuse now?
Oh, he already knew. That was my excuse. I was like, maybe he didn't know.
Pedophile.
Like little girls or boys. I don't know.
Yeah. Shane Dawson is a creep. Lock him up and throw away the key. What you got here? What you got?
I just don't know anything about this.
Shane Dawson sound picture. Show me your crotch.
What?
Okay. What? So Shane Dawson made you show him your crotch?
I don't know. Not me.
All right, bro. Show me your feet. Is that what this is? Oh my God, long one. This is fucked up, man. Okay, yeah, he's a fucking pedophile, dude. All right, Shane Dawson, fuck you, dude. You're done too.
He does talk about a lot of kid shit.
The Toby and Davey show has canceled Shane Dawson. We did not have the power to do that, but we did it.
Yeah, we after the fact.
Oh yeah, he's already been
I don't
canceled,
know.
right?
I think this dude's fucking twisted. But I don't know anything about him either. What did he even do?
He's a
On
YouTube.
YouTube.
Well, he for a long time, I think he did. I don't even know what his videos started out as. I think he was just like a vlogger, just like talking to a camera about shit. But then I think he came out as bi, and then started a makeup line for androgynous folks and gays and the LGBTQs.
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, he did that with like Jeffree Star, I think, who is a very famous trans YouTuber.
So he made some makeup.
Who straight
And
up
was
looks
a
like an alien.
YouTuber?
Like no, like there's some very convincing trans people out there where you're like, whoa, you know what I mean? but Jeffree Star looks like an alien. Have you ever seen this
Oh, really?
person?
Oh yeah, I know him.
I don't know if Jeffree Star. I don't know what they like to be called. This is that person. Alien.
I know. They look awesome.
They look awesome?
That could be a superhero.
You think so? Super villain. That's not a
Why?
superhero face. That's a super villain face.
See, that's so mean.
What's mean about it?
Why couldn't they be?
This has nothing to do with them being trans. I just think that looks like an evil person. I go by the vibe, and I get
Go by the so people that are really passing, you're like,
bro.
is that what you're saying?
That's not even. It's just like the vibe they give off is like I'm an awful person that only cares about like
That's hot.
That's hot to you, Toby?
Yeah, no. This I keep wanting to say different genders. Oh, look, the hands. Those are cool.
Yeah. Okay. So
I don't know anything about this person either. I'm just seeing both
Okay.
these people for the first time today.
All
And
right.
I love how you hate them so much, and I'm like, I don't know what this is.
That's
Show
fine.
me. Let me
Well, one of
see.
us. It's about. So like that's the cool thing about. Well, especially like making content. You kind of like, exacerbate things. So like so we have something to talk about.
What the
Because
fuck
if we
are you
just
talking
if
to
we
me
were just
about
like,
right now?
it's just that point where we get meta in the show, but it's fine. You're four tall boys deep, and we're at the point now where we're closing in on 2 hours. So yeah, we're about to meet Toby, who's done. Toby's about to be done. I can tell, because you're getting to the point where you're not listening anymore.
I kept losing interest.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just trying to come in and say shit.
Okay, so another thing we wanted to touch on real quick was that Ghislaine Maxwell was fucking snatched up by the Popo, which is great news.
Kanye West president.
That's just what you're looking at. This is what they're looking at, Toby. This is what they see. They're not seeing this right now, so don't act like
I
that
see
exists. Don't act like that exists.
Stop
am
referencing
just
bringing
that.
it back up. Kanye.
So would you actually vote for him? Would you get behind it if he actually ran and there was?
I don't know.
If it was like him or fuck, I don't even know. Like it's become such a fucking
I'm just saying,
joke.
him and her have so much power.
Yeah, it's
power.
True power. But no,
I'm
back
just saying.
back to Ghislaine Maxwell. She's probably the ringleader of this crazy big fucking pedophile, sex trafficking, child trafficking ring. Remember we were gonna use Shane Dawson as our lead
I don't remember any of
to.
this. I never talked about.
I'm trying to do this
Hang
stuff
out
for a
the
living,
chat.
and Toby just could not care less.
Yeah.
This gives me real fears about the future.
Oh yeah, tell me your fears.
We have a lot of business ventures that we're doing together up in the air, and
What does that have to do with this?
this is one of them.
Nah, you're seeing it wrong.
I'm seeing it wrong. Thank you for not honoring my perception of reality, Toby.
Wow.
Thank you for.
You know who you are acting like?
Who am I acting like, Toby?
You act like someone studies certain words and phrases to manipulate your way.
Oh, you mean an intelligent person that knows how to talk?
Yeah, even now I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, that's fine. That's how my wife feels too.
Yeah, so don't study so much. Just
no,
speak
it was
your heart,
funny
bro.
when
Speak your heart.
when I told I do speak my heart
Tell
though.
me your heart.
Uh,
Gayest episode ever.
yeah,
We talked about dicks for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, dude. That's content. That's quality content. That's what podcasting is about. Dick jokes. Do you really want to know my
Dick
fears?
list?
Okay,
It
so
wasn't
we've
even a
moved
joke.
on. Okay.
Oh yeah, tell me your fears.
You really want to know my fears?
Yeah.
You want to do this right now?
Let's do it. What's that fucking lie? That's my fear. I can't when I can't see. See, look at that. It's just out of
I
my
can see it though.
perspective.
Right.
And I seem dumb, but I wasn't dumb.
But
because
you're
I
not
couldn't
the
see it.
seeker, Toby. Toby's never been the seeker in our relationship.
I don't even know what that means, so shut up.
Toby don't know how to find shit. Toby can't find shit that's right in front of him. But anyways, I'm not gonna break you down. I love you. I don't want to break you down. No, but I'm gonna tell you my fears though, and that will probably break you down.
Do it all. It's fine.
My fears is that you will never take anything more seriously than you do yourself.
I think that's called survival.
I don't know. I don't know if No, it really it's the lone wolf. The lone wolf.
No, it's like
lone wolf stuff. That's one of my fears.
If a knife is coming at you, I'm not gonna be like. If a knife's coming towards my chest, I'm not gonna be like, Davey, are you safe? I'm gonna be like, no. That's preservation.
No, what I mean is like no, I think does it
if
mean
a knife's coming toward your chest, I'll totally be like, hi-ya.
What'd you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
But but if a knife's coming to my chest,
hey man,
I don't even remember your name.
No, that's not.
I'm about to die.
No, but the thing is, though, is that you tell me I think too much or I study too much, which I think you thought to say that I think too much.
But no, I meant what I said.
Study
though.
too much.
You study into things too much. You look into things too much.
I look into things too much. What does that
That's
mean?
studying
Toby?
something. Yeah.
Did you see my joke? Did you see
I
how
didn't
I was
like it. But
Fuck. Okay. One of my fears is that you'll never take me seriously as an artist or a comedian.
what?
One of my fears is
Never
that
take you seriously.
One of my fears is
Damn,
that
one's-
you
no,
will
you can't just skip over the bad
you
one.
will actively
No.
one of my fears is that our podcast will never take off.
Oh no.
And one of my fears is that that we've spent a whole lot of time when we should have put in just a little bit more effort.
I
And-
imagined us old doing this podcast.
Dude, that's probably
And
what's
even
gonna
if it's
happen.
bad, us just having fun with it. And then the day we die, we're gonna be billionaires.
Again, we the billionaires. I do think that we will find our audience soon. I do think that that's coming real soon. I hope so. I hope you guys are listening to this in the future and you're like, yeah, we love you guys. I hope so because we need that.
Don't talk to your future self. Talk to your past self.
No, I'm talking to our future fans. I'm talking to the future listeners of a Drink and a Joint podcast.
Yeah. Oh, it's just some random advice.
No, but get out there and support your friends. Be supportive to your best friends. Love your best friends.
Hey, this did end on a good note. Yeezy. Why you put this up in front of me? Now I just want to know
What do you want
what
to know?
the world would be like if they run it through a quick, what do they call those? Those little probability machines.
Yeah. What do you want to find out? What it'd be
What
like
the
if
world would be like if Kanye West and Kim Kardashian were the president and the first lady.
Okay. Like we said earlier, instead of a stimulus check, you'd just get Yeezys. Every American citizen gets Yeezys.
Yeah, I mean, you
and
can sell
those
'em.
killer blind shades.
Will that be worthless though? Because there's so many.
Yeah,
of 'em?
absolutely. And you only get the white
That's
ones.
but isn't that just explaining the dollar? Now that we put it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's one thing too. Is that like, things have gotten more expensive since everybody's been getting money.
You know what I've been so depressed about?
What?
Fucking Bitcoin. I heard on this podcast the other day that it was over $9,000 a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I owned 40 at one point. They were only $180 when I bought them and $230 when I sold them. I sold them for just like a little bit of growth,
Right.
and then got out and just never
Yeah.
had any more. That was the peak of it, dude. That would be like $250,000. I've been super depressed. I was like, all I had to do was stick with something when it was when I had to gamble.
Yeah.
On something that I already kind of believed in.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what everyone thought when like Apple made it.
Right.
But like, dude, that shit's insane. And it made me like totally rethink like the next time I get money, I'm gonna put it in something. It'll fail. But is that better than putting it other places that don't last? You know, I mean, like, what have I done that actually I've invested in a lot of things.
Yeah.
But what one has actually worked? So
Well, the most important thing to invest in is yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing to do. That's why, like, with this stuff that I've gotten has just gone into like stuff that can facilitate.
Oh, then you
a
become,
job for
Yeah,
myself.
then become the next level of you.
Yeah, that's
like in your profession. Yeah.
and in my life, just
Absolutely.
and that helps me feel better.
No,
That
this
helps
is a
me
side
get work
thing.
done.
I'm not saying it. This is a side thing. That's why I've been feeling depressed this week.
Well,
It's just because of the realization of like just sheer stupidity, if not just leaving well enough alone. I
Yeah.
could have just left it,
Yeah, and just let it sit there.
and it just.
But do you think you would have let it
That was
sit
only
until
5
this point?
years too. That
Do
was
you,
like less.
do you think you could
little-
have done that
no, a little
though?
over 5
Let
years.
it sit that long? Would you have been able to do that?
If I had forgot about it.
Well, what's the likelihood that you would have forgotten about it? Between then and now, someone would have said Bitcoin around you, and you would have been like, "Oh shit, yeah,
Oh shit! I gotta check that. Take that.
yeah." You're like, "I
Yeah.
need cigarettes. I'm gonna.
Yeah. maybe it's a bad day.
I'm
I
drunk
would've-
and want some
I
cocaine."
would have cleared it. But probably extra fireworks.
Your eyes are real red. As red as the devil's dick.
Yeah, they've been getting weird recently. They they feel like the lids are inside out.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that like
So
a couple
weird
weeks ago.
feeling. And it just clicks in sometimes. I'm like, oh shit. I don't
Oh,
know.
like literally clicks in. I think you need to get that checked,
Not-
bro. Your eyelids are
Nope,
supposed to
doesn't
click.
make a click noise. But it just, something happens, and it'll be like, oh shit, my eyelids are inside out.
But they're not really, are they?
They're not
Are they
really
actually inside out? So how can you?
It
So how do you
feels
know what
like
it
it and it
feels
hurts.
like? How do you know what having your eyelids inside out feels like, Toby?
No, I can guess. Feels like that.
We made it over 2 hours. I like our new camera, man. Our new camera's
Yeah.
dope. It's doing good. It gets a wider angle than the wide angle lens on that other camera.
Oh shit, we got the whole table.
We got most of the table in. I think what I want to do is I want to maybe even like bring it. We need to get more shit on the walls
Yeah, let's get some shit.
because like this has nothing to do with us.
It's duality.
What the fuck you duality?
I'll make sense of anything. Give me
Yeah,
something
bro.
to make sense of.
Pedophilia.
I'm the sensei. Oh. Hiya!
No, but we need to put some more stuff on the walls, and maybe bring the camera down a little bit. I don't know. Or do you
I
like
love
this
that this
angle?
is some shit that we should talk about after.
Oh, whatever. Fuck it, man. If they made it this far, they're fine. We love
Alright.
you guys.
Well, yeah, let's go then.
You want to go then?
Mm-hmm.
You want to be done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
All
so we're done. So tell me some secrets.
I'm not
That
gonna tell
wouldn't
you.
say on the podcast.
I'm not gonna tell you a fucking thing, Toby.
Tell me some deep secrets.
Especially not now.
Oh
But Toby can.
no, we're
Toby
done.
says you can get it. Everybody. This has been the gayest, sluttiest episode in Toby history,
Damn, no, that's no way.
dude. Do you understand how gay and
We
slutty
just
you
talked
were?
about dicks a lot. That's the only thing.
But then you kept saying all these rappers with these big dicks could get it.
Dude, I said they could. I meant Timbaland can get it in the studio. Like,
He can fuck you in the studio.
no, see, you're twisting all my shit. I was like, he can get it. Get at it. He's a good fucking producer.
So he can get at your asshole in the studio.
Damn, dude.
What?
We were just talking about.
No, we're talking about rapper dick. There's
Still being molested. I
No.
don't want this.
oh, no, you were into it because
No,
you're like
I-
they can get it. And
Get
yet-
it done. I don't know. Is that any better?
No.
Why is they can get it? It's so many different things. Like, they can get what?
The booty. Your booty.
That's not just what you make it that. Like, there's something in here.
What are you talking about?
I keep hearing some crazy shit.
What are you hearing?
Some moving, some dropping, there's something's living in that soil. I still have some really fertile soil. It's been there for years and years.
Oh, so you've created life
I bet there's some good microorganisms in there.
that have grown big enough to make noises.
Yeah, apparently.
That is not micro. That's just an organism. That's a creature.
Oh man. Oh. Now I'm imagining some horrific fucking plant horror movie, you know?
Okay. A plant horror movie.
Can we do that in real life?
A plant horror movie?
Yeah, make some like killer plant.
Yeah, I'm sure we can. But are you ready to go?
You know, smoke some killer plant.
I'm sure we've got it, brah. Okay, are you ready to go?
That's fine.
All right, we love you guys very much. We will see you next week on A Drink and a Joint. Get at us on all the social medias. Check out Play Dead and this podcast. Share it with your friends. Check out Loose Beats when Toby feels like making them. And then I will be working on flashback flicks very soon.
Yeah.
that's all the shit. And yeah, well, we'll see you guys.
And the outro pays. You got it.